Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome back to another Street Fighter V Fight Night Invitational for PlayStation tournaments here on twitch.tv/PlayStation. I'm back because I was here before doing the North American shift. I'm going to be one of your commentators tonight, Jammers, and I'm joined by, hang on, I remember you. You're that guy in Street Fighter 6. Yeah, I know you.
Yeah, I mean, it still doesn't make any sense to me. So, but you know, I'm happy to be here with. I guess you know, on other broadcasts before we've joked that I am the honorary European, but you are here on the NA stream, so you are now the honorary North American here, Jammer. So, how does it feel to be an honorary North American?
I could think of many reasons, but I'm in on a night shift, doing a little shift, giving people the commentary from the European side of things. So, yeah, no, I'm happy to be here with you, James Chen, obviously, being a North American guest. You know, obviously that comes with pros and cons, but we won't talk about that. What we will talk about, though, is we need to talk about the format for tonight's bracket. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is standard procedure, double elimination for today's tournament. It is going to be a first of two, best of three up until the respective finals. So the losers finals, winners finals, and grand finals will be all first of three, best of five. We will be showing the losers semi-finals, which will be a first of two. But then, of course, this is not just anything that they're playing for, right? They're playing for a little bit of money tonight, and we got to show you that prize pool. It is going to be distributed amongst the top four, with first place winning $200, going all the way down the respective order to fourth place, getting that $50. So if you get fourth place, not too bad. All you got to do is just make sure you reach the losers semi-finals and then progress from that. So that's pretty good.
Double your money.
Double your money. But then,
yes.
James, like, who are the players involved? We got to check out the bracket, right?
Yeah, so interestingly enough, the last North American tournament we have 5 players returning back from that, actually. FluxWaveZ, ShadowAce. I'm going to pronounce it Caifan here. Caifan. Actually, no, it looks like we have more new players here in the bracket, but FluxWaveZ was the champion last event, defeating Underscore in grand finals, and Underscore does not seem to actually be here this week, however. So let's see if FluxWaveZ can actually do the back-to-back here in this tournament.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously I do see familiar faces, sorry. Gen 1 Eevee, he was here last time. YaNoob was here last time. And, you know, we've seen FluxWaveZ as well. FluxWaveZ been dominant in the NA region. And
yes.
you always see him in these tournaments like this, getting as much tournament experience as he can get to make sure he can qualify and be ready to go against some of the world's best players. Always ready with the big leagues. That's a name you cannot sleep on. But you know what? We got to delve deeper into more information about FluxWaveZ. We're going to put on his player card right now for you guys so you can check out some more stats. There you go. 28 years old. He's the same age as me, and he's playing the same character. Wow. This isn't.
Are you sure that's not you? Are you sure you're not just sneaking in here and pretending? I bet you have that joystick on your lap right now, and you're just ready to come in here and try to dominate with that top tier character here in Poison, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about, James. All I know is FluxWaveZ on the screen. You can follow him at FluxWaveZ on Twitter. No YouTube account, but he is doing the biz with my character, so you're going to get that insider knowledge from the character. But then, you know what? We got one of the best names I've ever heard on planet Earth. We need to check out his fight card. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be looking at toastyfishpants, right?
Pants.
Look at that.
From
James.
Wisconsin here, 33 years old. So, I mean, in terms of FGC years, a little bit on the higher side over there. Although, definitely a couple of players here, actually 3 players here older than that. But toastyfishpants. I mean, look, it's just going to be a joy commentating his matches because we just get to say toastyfishpants repeatedly over and over again. But, you know, one of the cool things about having events like this online, you know, players from Wisconsin probably don't have the opportunity as much to travel to a lot of the events, don't have as many majors in their area. So this, again, PlayStation tournaments, this is where you sign up. This is where you play online. And, you know, from a lot of the different games that they run here, we've had a lot of players really get very involved into the FGC by starting here at the PlayStation tournaments.
Yeah, of course. And obviously, just to elaborate on what James was saying, as we get this first game ready, it is best of three Poison versus Alex. There's going to be, in the years to come, there's going to be so many players that we just rarely have never heard of before. They're going to come out with extravagant names like Toasty Fishpants, I can assure you of that. And they're going to come out in full force of character and ready for the competitive scenes, because these guys have probably been lurking in the background, just never got that spotlight, or like James said, never been able to get the funds to travel to some of these events that you see, some of your regular powerhouses and titans of the SGC. But it's good to see them here today. But I think I'm curious about FluxWave, just to go into the match story. I'm curious about FluxWave's V system later. Is he going to use V skill 1, V trigger 1? Is he going to use V trigger 2 here? This can be a little bit of an annoying matchup for Poison because of Alex's crouch medium punch and light slash elbow as poking tools. But Poison can still fight this matchup effectively.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Alex is one of those characters that came out, wasn't the strongest, got slightly buffed, and then a lot buffed. And then a lot buffed. But I mean, obviously Poison considered one of the strongest characters right now. But, you know, as you mentioned, Alex, that crouching medium punch has been good since he's come out in the game. Oh, and we're not even going to see the Poison. So, you know what? FluxWave's actually agreeing with you here and is actually going to fight Grappler Fire with Grappler Fire here and go with Mika instead.
Yeah, this is again, I like this strategy here because again, the command grabs are all over the place, except Mika's command grabs give her Oki or do a certain amount of damage. Obviously, Power Bomb does do the damage. It's one of the best command grabs in the game, but it just doesn't get Oki after that. Alex has to go for the power drop situation, which is sideswap and give the Oki afterwards. So it's going to be mobility grappling versus, like, you know, kind of the big buff grappling sort of thing. So
hang on a second. So you can see here,
got him here. Where is he?
Yeah.
Has he disappeared on us? Oh, there he is.
Okay, I guess they're going to just basically try to finish him off and start all over again from scratch here. But as you can see, you know, FluxWaveZ, we mentioned winning last time. Warlord ranking ranked 335 here. I mean, that is definitely an impressive feat here on Street Fighter V. I mean, that is putting in the work. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, well, 100%, because there's, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's just over 350 warlords in the world right now. Obviously, some guys have got 2 accounts that are warlords because everyone was transitioning to PC. Obviously, Flux is on his old account, so he is on the PlayStation rank there. But yeah, it's going to be, there's a number of people. And again, like, people were grinding this game, and kudos to people who are still grinding this game now, because we are at basically the final stages of Street Fighter V. So if you're still grinding out there and still trying to, like, get your fighting game fixed and still learning things in Street Fighter V, then, like, you know, more power to you, because some people's motivation can dissipate in the blink of an eye, you know?
Yeah, I mean, even myself, I had been mentioning I've been playing online a lot recently, you know, trying to see how far I can get before the whole thing is all said and done. But, you know, it's tough out there. I mean, again, Street Fighter V, what is it like? And it's technically its 6th year, right? They call it season 5, but this is its 6th year, and just the competition in this game is ridiculous now. I mean, it might be one of the strongest overall pools of players in fighting game history. Honestly, the amount of people that can take you down at any given time, and even players, you know, we saw how dominant IDOM was at EVO. But even then, like, I've heard that, you know, it's starting to become less easy for IDOM as time continues, even this year, even this second half of the year.
Yeah, people have to realize competition's never going to get easier. The more people get involved and the more people start to develop a better understanding of the current meta of whatever game it is you're playing, and just understanding the mindset that goes into it. Or fighting game players, because at the end of the day, I do feel a lot of people can actually learn how these games work. Is who wants to put in the time, who wants to put in the effort, are you going to pick the right character, so on and so forth. And then again, if you get excited over events like at events like EVO, or, you know, other certain American events or events around the world, you're going to be invested, and it's going to take a couple of years. No one's going to, like, learn this stuff overnight. It's going to take a couple of years to get into it, and then when it's your time, again, no one wants to fight each other in any bracket nowadays. Like, even if you're a Zangief player, you're just like, well, okay, I actually might do some damage in the bracket. Other people are like, you know what, it's actually long now, but all right. Yes,
here we
okay.
go.
It looked like he picked the wrong character.
Okay, there we go. Back to the Poison here. And, you know, obviously Poison could do a good job playing zoning, but Alex has a lot of those movement options, so you just got to keep an eye on whether Alex is charged or not, because then the slash elbow or the stomps are coming. And, you know, once he's charged, you know he can't move forward, so that's how you start to take advantage of that.
Yeah, and I like the fact that FluxWave has gone with V-Skill 1, V-Trigger 2. This is actually a very good layout for Poison in this matchup, because her V-Skill 1 actually goes over his Air Stampede and the Stun Gun Headbutt, if you can react to them as well. So.
Right, because neither of those can hit airborne characters, right? So that's what makes it, then the V-Trigger, you know, a lot of people aren't expecting Poison's V-Trigger 2, right? Obviously, V-Trigger 1, the Molotov, is very popular for Poison, and so you forget that she can activate and have a command grab.
Yeah, listen, a lot of people say the command grab's a mistake, but I'll tell you what, like, this command grab V-Trigger, it's not necessarily overshadowed. A lot more people are using it. I'm using it a lot more. Idom's been using it a lot more as well. It's a powerful V-Trigger, and in the meta for the game right now, it's probably one of the more useful ones in the game. Gonna get full conversion here. Spend the 2 bars, end the combo with EX Avant line, and go straight back in for some pressure there.
Wow. Yeah, we talked about Poison being very good at zoning, but right now FluxWave being very aggressive. But here comes toastyfishpants. Okay, check the dash. Not gonna get the free dash. Yep, gonna escape that, no problem. And there you go, FluxWaveZ taking game number 1 over toastyfishpants.
You sound like a wrestling commentator by saying that. It's like, toastyfishpants gets hit with a steel chair.
toastyfishpants going in. He's doing his best here. Oh, toastyfishpants going down in the first match.
So he didn't necessarily have a bad start. I think he just got overwhelmed because, again, there is a lack of knowledge from quite a number of players still actively playing Street Fighter V against Poison's V-Skill 1, the Perfume Swing. So FluxWave, it's a very good mindset to have. Just see what people do, abuse it a little bit, just do it raw and neutral, see how they react. If they don't deal with it, then just, you know the old saying, don't if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Just keep abusing it until they do something about it. Crouching attacks can counter it, so if toastyfishpants knows, he can actually wait for it and do crouching fierce, get full anti-air conversion.
Oh, it counts as counter hit then, basically, so you can get... is it one of the ones
no, sorry, it's not. It hasn't got the special juggle properties.
Okay.
All crouching attacks will beat it, so if he just does crouching fierce, his crouching fierce will just beat it.
Gotcha, okay. But again, you know, it's so tricky because it's not even just that every character has 2 V triggers, 2 V skills, and a plethora, you know, just 4 different combinations between those. You know, it's also 44 characters in the game. Now, especially for a game like Street Fighter V, where, you know, every character just has all this frame data knowledge checking. It's hard to know how to fight against everything. So you're right, like picking the unusual combination definitely can throw the opponents off kilter.
Yeah, and it brings out your individuality as well as a player, allowing you to really experiment, because some characters have actually got a very good V system loadout overall. Both V skills, both triggers. And here you go. Flux going back into this next game, just abusing the crouching fierce.
All right, well, gets in there with the slash double. That should be punishable range, yeah. Yep. Too close with that heavy kick, probably trying to chase the backdash.
This is the thing. Yeah, all Flux has to do is just use crouch fierce, maybe control with a heart rate, good conversion as well. And then he just has to wait for a jump or even maybe a head stampede. There's the
okay. Stun gun headbutt, though, finding its mark. I think Flux probably thought that was a jump. Couple of times we've seen Flux actually hold the stance, dash forward, and get a throw. And he's going to finish it off with the V trigger. So, I mean, Flux definitely knows that he's, I don't want to say he's in toastyfishpants' head, but it's just that he knows that he's got Fishpants a little bit scared sometimes. And so he can sneak in there.
What a neutral jump, and spending the 2 bars as well to get optimal damage from that jump in there, Flux. And again, just trying to catch him with those straight hits, heart rate and crouch fierce.
Haven't seen a lot. Oh no. Haven't seen a lot of command throws from toastyfishpants so far. So he's gone for the frame trap a lot of the times.
He hasn't been able to get into the range to do that because he's been prioritizing trying to get in and just poke away with, crouch medium punch and slash elbow, but no big damage is actually being inflicted here. That's the problem.
Well, here we go.
He does get the opportunity. See, he has to make sure he plays it safe, but that's going to be the end of that, ending that round with Toxic Bind and closing it out there for Flux.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate situation right there because obviously he was just trying to get in with that head stomp. Wasn't going to be plus off of it, but he just completely missed. And so there was the full whiff punish from FluxWaveZ. And starting off 2-0 here, getting into the next part of the bracket. So at this point, he's already guaranteed. Oh, no, not quite yet. Not guaranteed in the money just yet. He could still lose the next 2 games and end up in 5th place, but he's looking good right now because all he needs to do is win 1 more, and he's guaranteed at least $50.
Yes, so FluxWaveZ advances to the winners semi-final of today's bracket. He'll be awaiting the winner of our next match between Joey FGC and ShadowAce. So ShadowAce was with us the last time we did these one-on-one fight nights when me and Ultra David did it. But Joey FGC, I believe he wasn't here, and it's going to be interesting to see what character he picks up against. ShadowAce played, I think it was Ed.
Let's see, ShadowAce, yes, Ed player, and it looks like that you said his opponent is here. Let's see here.
Joey FGC. Oh, no, is it not? Okay, we got something changed. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we got to change. This is a Parmesan.
Bracket on screen right now. There you go.
Parmesan, and that's going to be a Cami player here. So we're going to have a Cami player going on here. Yeah, so we've definitely got a little bit of a change of players here. But ShadowAce last time lost first round to YaNoob, was able to defeat Caifan afterwards, and then lost to FluxWaveZ in the losers bracket. So this is if he wins this, he might go up against ShadowAce might go up against FluxWaveZ again, almost for a rematch in round number 2.
Well, we'll see. But you know what we got to do? We got to deliver them stats to you. We first got to look at our new opponent, our updated opponent. I believe his name is Piranha Montreal. Is that correct?
There we Parmesan go. Here. Yeah, Parmesan is a Cami player here from Louisiana / Mississippi. I guess you can hail from 2 states if you want, but a Cami player over here, and going to be going up against ShadowAce, and you mentioned being an Ed player, and Ed is a character that I'm sure you're very familiar with out in the EU, with Ending Walker just being an absolute terror to everybody out there in the EU scene recently. But Ed, very strong character. You can see here ShadowAce from Atlanta, Georgia, and ready to go as well.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the American philosophy on Ed as opposed to Ending Walker, because Ending Walker is 16 and the rest of the guys I usually see, they're, in their late 20s, or as you can see with their ShadowAce, in his mid 30s. Ending Walker really kind of optimized and kind of abused the power of the Ultra Snatcher, the V-Trigger 2, while most of the Americans I see, they're using V-Trigger 1, the Psycho Cannon, or just mixing things up here. Yeah. And obviously, ShadowAce, you saw last time, he was using V-Trigger 1. He might go with that again. But I'll tell you what, James, it was absolutely hilarious watching Ending Walker just win the tournament and just walking past. I couldn't help laughing. So all you just hear in that famous clip is just me just laughing. Sometimes it's so bad because I can literally get decent B-reel stuff and then I just laugh the whole time. And it's like, that's just not going to work.
The best was just all the memes of the where is the champion, from the Street Fighter 2 Ryu ending, and he's just like, he's already looking for the next fight, and you see Ryu walking there. It's just like
that was man. That was,
I mean, look. What was that? With like his second offline event, I think it was, right? Yep. And so maybe he's just unfamiliar with how the tournament process works. He just won. He was like, "Oh, I'm done. Okay, just walk off stage and let's go eat."
All we got to do is ride that momentum, and you actually get to see him later this week for the CPT World Warriors. But we'll talk about that another time. We got to look at this matchup coming up here between ShadowAce and Piranha. Because it's going to be Cami versus Ed. Cami has to be extremely careful. Some of the lowest vitality and lowest stun in the game. Can't be reckless with those dive kicks. I guess you can V-reversal the V-Trigger 1 if ShadowAce goes for it. but or opted to
yeah.
choose that B trigger. But other than that, can't be too reckless with your approach because Cammy is still a pretty darn solid character. But
Yeah, I mean, honestly, she didn't really get nerfed all that badly outside of the health and stun. And it's what made her a little bit weaker. So obviously, it's so easy just to just completely melt her health in a bad situation, but her offense is the same as it was. She's really, really scary once she gets in up close, and is one of the best rushdown characters. I do think currently the best rushdown character in the game is Dhalsim.
Well, okay, no,
but Cammy obviously very good, but Ed as another one of those characters that, obviously Ending Walker, really making a statement with that character, but you can't call Ed underrated, but, everybody's talking about Luke and, Poison and such, but I think Ed is kind of up there at this point in time.
Oh yeah, with the reward he gets from neutral, and you're gonna see it play a huge part here if ShadowAce is quite consistent with it. Jab into Kara Flicker, and then if you build the meter for the EX Psycho Knuckle knockdown conversion, then because Cammy's got 900 health, that will add up. Again, it's all about the recklessness from on Cammy's end. I will say as well, some of the biggest things, it might not apply in this matchup too hard because Ed's not really designed to whiff punish, but if
right.
Cammy whiffs, the crouching medium kick or the stand fierce, there's extra recovery frames, and it's like Ed has to already be charging his stand hard punch, or he has to be committed to something for that to really hurt. Other than that,
right,
he's just got to be buffering into Flicker and converting into the EX Knuckle, essentially. So
yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see. And again, we were just talking about Cammy here, and it's interesting because she's obviously still a strong character, but it's funny because it's a lot of the people who used Cammy before were doing it because she was very top tier. You had like the Gamer Bees and the Magos and the NLs and everybody all using this character. And then, like, I swear every single one of them, dropped Cammy for Luke, right? I mean, if you're going with what's strongest, you're going to Luke. There's strangely not a lot of like true Cammy loyalists out there. It's very interesting. I mean, obviously Hurricane in the EU, one of the biggest ones out there, right? He's still using Cammy in all the tournaments, or has he even jumped to Luke at this point?
Well,
I'm not
he's
sure.
got Luke's his secondary character, but you'll see him primarily use Cammy. But look, the thing is, I was speaking about this with a couple of players the other day. You have to understand when you go to do your day job or whatever it is you do to earn your bank, you want to use the you want to use the sharpest tools in the shed. And it's technically not the player's fault for opting to use some of the sharpest tools in the shed, especially if they're easy. Yeah,
I mean, for example, like I've been saying for a while, obviously I have a very high opinion of Dhalsim, but I think he might even be stronger than Luke when you play at the highest level, but it's harder to achieve that with Dhalsim than it is with, for example, a character like Luke. And to your point, I want to make sure that, there is absolutely nothing wrong with picking the best characters in the game and going for what's the strongest. There's a lot on the line in these tournaments, a lot of money to be won. And you know what? I mean, you want to give yourself the best chance as possible. And there are players out there who are known for doing that, such as NL, such as Mago and such. But you know what? Again, how can you blame that? That is a winning attitude.
And the thing is, this was interesting because I'm very surprised. It may happen if Ending Walker qualifies for Capcom Cup. I'm very surprised a lot of people in Europe done it because obviously Ending Walker's been getting results. I'm surprised that more people haven't really jumped on Ed. And again, this boils down to the Poison situation because a lot of people don't play that character, but you acknowledge how strong she is. And I kind of date this back all the way to Doctor Doom in Marvel 3. It's like, you knew Doctor Doom was hella strong, but everybody picked him. Everybody did it eventually, right? So it's like, what happened to Poison Strong? Why aren't you picking her? And she's very easy to use. She's actually easier to use than Luke, in my opinion. Dalsim,
Really? Okay.
I think so. She might be hard to win with, but in terms of using her, well, the whip does half the work for you. So, hold my hands up high. But then, Ed's got simple execution. Obviously, you have to know and have the right button placements and be optimal in certain situations, but it's not as if it's the concept of doing his combo is foreign to people. It's not DP there, DP here, DP everywhere, and then do Raging Storm 3 times in a combo. You don't have to do that. So I think it's very interesting how what characters people gravitate towards and what they don't, because they've opted for Luke, but Ed's actually theoretically easier to use.
Yeah. Ed is definitely, like I said, I don't want to call him underrated at this point, because I think everybody's aware how strong he is, but it is interesting that we don't see a lot of people playing Ed as much. Everybody just kind of jumped on the Luke bandwagon because Luke is obviously very strong. But again, Ed, Poison, Dalsim are all basically the same strength, near the same strength as Luke. Because even though as much as everybody says Luke is the best character, like, is he significantly better than everyone else? I can't. I would be loath to say that, like, he's significantly better than everybody else.
Well, I mean, I think there'd be quite a number of players in the community who would argue with you, but. We can talk about that what if buts and maybes regarding that. But what we are going to do, I just did get an update. What we are going to do is we are going to shift to our next match instead and come back to Piranha and ShadowAce very shortly. So do bear with us. Thank you for your patience. We are going to be going to Caifan going up against Gen 1 Eevee. So yes, James, how did you pronounce this name?
So I'm biased here. This is a very Chinese looking name. And in fact, Caifan is actually like vegetable rice. Like it's a dish in Chinese. Okay. And so, CAI is not something that I see a lot from the Mexican region, language. So I'm just going to assume that he named himself after vegetable rice. So I'm going to call him Caifan. You don't have to. That's just me being Chinese here. But obviously here you can see the Sakura player here.
Yeah, this is great to see another person that is over the age of 30 using the Sakura. Yeah, but then let's look at his opponent, Gen 1 Eevee. If we get the player stats up there. Yes, you are right, James. He is using the Aura, 2 years younger than me, from New York. And again, using one of the most technical everyday learning characters in Street Fighter 5 right now. You see something new, something just slightly more optimal with this character, and he's still a nightmare. One of the best V-triggers, probably in the top 2. One of the best V-triggers in Tengu Stone in the game. And this is how he's going to be using it here, Gen 1 Eevee. Now, this matchup, it's a rarity. It's very uncommon. I think it's finding a sucker is finding a needle in a haystack these days. You just don't see her at all. And it's for the reason people might not think it is. It's not because Sakura is weak. You have to look at it on the other side. There's just better options out there. There's Karen, there's Luke, there's Cammy.
Right.
There are just better options out there, which kind of makes Sakura overshadows, right? So.
Right. I mean, that's always one of the concerns, right? I mean, every season, the Karen and Cammy balance shifted on which one was stronger, right? So you would see people shift back and forth as they got nerfed and buffed. And so, yeah, for sure, Sakura's still a strong character. It's just that other characters play a similar game plan, but more effectively. Now, both of these players were here last week, and Caifan did go 0-2, unfortunately, losing to fellow Mexico player Chocali first, and then losing to ShadowAce, and then Gen 1 Eevee here. Let's see. Also going 0-2, losing to Underscore and then Shlami. So both of these players going 0-2 last week. So obviously that's not going to happen this time. So let's see which one of them will get the win to start off today.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. And again, I like that so many different players enter these kind of tournaments, because you all get that tournament experience, because everyone can actually experience, going 0-2. Being in the grand final, winning the tournament. Everyone experienced it to different capacities, right? And then even if you get an iota of experience, it's going to be positive. It's going to help you at the end of the day. Yeah, we're going to see Caifan going up against Gen 1 Eevee. It's going to be interesting because I wouldn't be surprised if Caifan wants to abuse jumps. Maybe charge up a fireball here and there, abuse a jump, but you've got to be careful with the anti-airs. Gen 1 Eevee, he's got on Eevee V skill 1, so if he gets enough time to, to plug it out, there you go.
Yep,
see,
there we go.
I wouldn't be surprised if he starts jumping. Yeah.
Yeah, but he went right back in there and started going for the offense, and it seems to be working out. But no, as you mentioned, Caifan going for the jumps over here, and now getting in with the Tatsu pressure, crush counter. And here we go, corner pressure time for Sakura, and catches him out of the air with that. So not going to be able to kill here, even spending all of this meter here. Needs just one more mix-up. Nice.
Oh, done the classic. He's done it early, letting you know. Didn't even want to be safe about it. I could tell from the moment he jumped early, this guy was a crazy person.
The classic, put yourself at -2, then go for the EXDP. Just do it. And you know what? It works a lot of the times because that's the way that this game plays. You know, when you're +2, you take your turn, but you always got to watch out for those EXDPs.
Another crush counter there from Caifan, and he tried to do the EX Jinchu Watari, but it didn't work out there. And another jump just to kind of regain the position. Ooh. Another crush counter as well. Shimmy.
Yep, and now to the corner here. Tries to go in there nice. Flash kick basically just to get him off of him. And last round, he didn't get a chance to activate Tengu Stone, but here we go. You see the activation now. Oh, I'm surprised that wasn't an EXDP. He went for a Tatsu instead.
He doesn't want to block that Tengu Stone, and he's out of there. Watch out for Wake Up CA. Okay.
Yeah, honestly, for all intents and purposes, Caifan didn't take that much damage from the Tengu Stone at all.
Yeah, and he splurged all his meter, which was kind of a waste, and he kind of lost that round. I feel he probably shouldn't have lost that round, or he could have optimized his meter a little bit better there, Gen 1 Eevee, because like you said, he mitigated the damage, or Caifan mitigated the damage from the Tengu Stone really well, but at the same time, I don't think Gen 1 Eevee was ready to convert up any of the hits that made the items connect airborne, sort of thing. Mm-hmm. So that's probably hard to articulate, but it was actually good on Caifan's end. I think what Caifan should do, if Gen 1 Eevee jumps at him and even tries to do the double jump, he should just do Crouch Fierce twice, because Crouch Fierce got an amazing hitbox. There's a slept on anti-air from Sakura, and he'll get the special counter hit properties as well.
Well, it looks like Caifan right now is just really dominating in the neutral. Hasn't really been able to get that Oro shmup game going, you know, throwing out all the fireballs. Actually puts himself in the corner, however, so this is a huge chance for Gen 1 Eevee.
He actually missed out on some damage there, Gen 1 Eevee, but tried to do an air-to-air. Didn't quite work out. These jumps are really hurting him, James.
Yeah, not a lot of anti-airs here at all. I mean, the jumps have been coming fast and furious, and so if you expect it, you know, you'll have plenty of moves to use as an anti-air, even if you don't have your flash kick charge. But, you know, he just hasn't been ready for it.
Crouch Fierce. Okay, he got punish the landing frames instead, so that's fine. The situations like that. Oh, get a bit scrambly here.
Yeah, that's going to be a link. Yep, he's going to get that and get some extra juggle here. But the wake up EXDP busting out.
No, okay, that's safe on block, and then has to keep him in the corner. It took the risk to keep the momentum there, Caifan. No,
he is not scared at all, but here we go. Nice damage. Unfortunately, Gen 1 Eevee does just shy of that V-trigger activation. If he can get that to hit, there it is. He built it up. No, that was too late. And he should be able to get the kill. No. Didn't spend the meter.
James is in trouble. He might risk doing a reversal if he wants to actually take this round. No, he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. Oh, man.
Oh, I feel like if he had spent the meter maybe on the EX kick, maybe that would have taken the round, but he saved that bar. Well, he's going to need it here because it's a round 3 instead of a 2-0.
He's got combos. I think he's just forgetting how to optimize the ending of it in a couple of situations, because there are a couple of rounds Gen 1 Eevee should have been winning, to be honest with you.
Right.
Double jump. Nice air to air.
I got the juggle off of that too.
All right, here we go. Just apply pressure. Just apply pressure, yeah.
Oh, wow. Risking the V reversal here. And at this point in time, yeah, just time out that V trigger. And yeah, sure enough, he's going to start setting up the shmup game here, the bullet hell game. So here we go. This is the first time he's managed to get it started. Here we go.
I don't know if you've noticed, he's not doing the low version of the Onibi. He's doing the mid version, which it goes pretty high. Oi.
Oh, too far away. Tried to snipe with that. And so there we go. Gen 1 Eevee tying it up 1-1. Finally got that zoning play started, and it seemed to work out really well because it looks like if he gets it started, that Caifan doesn't really have that much experience getting around it. So that might be something for him to concentrate on setting up on the next game.
Yeah, Sakura doesn't really have answers to deal with that. Not really any strong projectile invincible moves. So if he can find a way, like you said, just to set it up, go full screen and set up the fireball shop. Maybe throw a turtle in there every so often. Nice. What a jump. What a jump. There you go.
Nice.
Optimization.
And here he goes. He going in? Yeah, he goes in. See, maybe it might have been better just to back off and just start setting up the fireball pressure, you know?
Okay, throw tech there and a crouching medium punch to stop any form of momentum. Good block from Caifan there as well.
Oh, what a good cross under. He's going to get good damage. And more importantly, the corner carry. Hard knockdown.
No reversal. Yeah, he's going to wait to activate Tengu. Yeah.
Oh, God, but no punish on that. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, this is fine. This is great. Because Caifan knew all he's doing is waiting for Tengu Stone. He's been very limiting in how he wants to activate it. And if you're just going to wait and take throws, I'll just throw you all day, mate. You have to find another way to activate.
Oh, no, he mistimed the meaty. He actually went for the crossover, mistimed the meaty, and got thrown. So this is going to give Gen 1 Eevee a chance. No, here we go. No, cancel off of the crouch heavy punch. That was a huge combo drop.
Yeah, that was indeed. And he's not going to be close enough to get a conversion off the activation here, James.
Yep.
Jumped. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Yeah, he's fine. He's not dead, though. If he does the whole combo, he's not dead.
Oh! The resets, and here we go. Final game, final round. Like I said, both players going 0-2 last week. So who's going to be the one that's going to take the one-game win here for this event?
Oh, nice anti-hit. And he's got put out the Onibi. Yeah, put out the Onibi. Make it work. And this is going to be a big combo. Big missed opportunity again, James.
Yeah, the second hit didn't hit. I think he was expecting the second hit to hit.
Oh,
so
no. And he could have done a better combo into CA. This game could have been done. This game could have been put to bed.
You're right.
Right now.
Oh, man, not like this. Not like this. What a tech. Activation, but that's too late. Yeah, he's going to get the offense here. You got to find a way to get these Tengu Stones started here.
Done. That's it. That's it. Oh, boy.
And Tengu Stone finding its mark. And remember, Tengu Stone basically replaced Aegis as like one of the best comebacks. I mean, not necessarily, look, Aegis is still good, but obviously put itself right up there in terms of one of the best comeback V-triggers in the game. And there you go.
Yeah, 100% there. Well played for the adaptations and just those necessary adjustments there from Gen 1 Eevee. A bit scrambly. I think, like, again, Oro takes a lot of work. He really needs to home in and sharpen those combos and get the optimization right, because some of these situations he could have prevented. And I like to say this all the time. Ed says it when he activates V-Trigger 1. We're on borrowed time. And you don't want to lose because of something you were just slightly off key with a combo. You didn't have the optimization there, and then you're just giving your opponent more chances to play and then start their game going. And we could see how highly aggressive Caifan was from start to finish. Yeah. And I feel the only reason Caifan really lost that in that last interaction there was because he didn't want to sit still to just block a Tengu Stone and deal with the throw mix-up and then really get opened up. So it was getting a bit rough there, but well played to Gen 1 Eevee.
Yeah, and so let's take a look at the bracket. I know we've gone through two of the matches. One of them we were having trouble with getting the lobby set up here. That was, of course, ShadowAce going up against Piranha here, or Parmesan, but we might move on to Amel versus that's YaNoob down there. YaNoob, of course, one of the rare people who have stuck with Mana. It's really like YaNoob, Reichsman Barnett, and Sako really sticking with the character.
Oh, and Shivs as well. Shivs as well.
Oh yeah. Of course. Yeah, but one of those characters that really kind of dropped off after V-Trigger 1 got nerfed into 3 bars, etc. etc. So I'm curious to see if I think that's going to be the next match that we're going to have on, or are we moving back to Parmesan and ShadowAce here?
All right. Cool.
Okay,
so
we are going to do.
Yeah, we are going to go back to Piranha and ShadowAce. We should have the 2 players there. So yeah, we'll just quickly refresh you guys' memory, get those stats on board for you guys so you can have a little look at them. So we did have Piranha there in his 30s. Oh no, we're going to go straight into the game. Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay. And again, Piranha here, Piranha Montreal, aka Parmesan here. So I mean, look, a lot of people think that Cammy's really cheesy, right? So I mean, so Parmesan might be the right nickname for this character here. But you see ShadowAce, we were talking all about that Ed and how strong Ed is. So this one is not gonna be a defensive match here.
Oh, okay. So everyone's gone with their first V system loadout, V skill 1s and all V trigger 1s as well. So Psycho Cannon, we're going to see how Piranha tries to basically circumvent the problem when it is activated. And then obviously, of course, we're going to see how well and meticulous ShadowAce is against hooligan dive kicks, as well as regular dive kicks.
Oh, wow. Just a spaced out EX drill. It would have been safe on block, but did get the hit. And there's that all-important V reversal to switch sides, but jumped right out of there, gets the cross up, and now you are stuck in the corner.
Stun's coming up, James, and that's going to be the round. Yep, you haven't got enough health, so you're dead anyway. And that's going to be it. Psycho upper. Bite me indeed.
Yeah, and again, just an example right there of Cammy's biggest weakness, that low stun. That low stun is probably a lot scarier than the low health, because it just means that at any point in time, it's not even just one combo of damage that you're going to eat. You're going to eat 2 combo damages in a row.
Oh, listen, man, if it bleeds, we can kill it. And then there's a thing where, like, I like how aggressive Piranha Montreal is, but it's got to be controlled aggression. If it's haphazard aggression, you're just going to lose without even realizing why you're losing, so...
Yeah, especially with, I mean, look, they've both connected. The EX drills obviously have both connected, but that is not a recipe necessarily for success, especially that second one, which is at a much closer range and definitely would have been punishable had it been blocked.
That's the throw, V reversal again. He's abusing these V reversals. Here comes the Psycho Cannon, and that's not going to juggle. Ooh. Yeah. He can wait. He can legit just wait and react to the X Psycho up if he really wants to. He can wait. I don't know if ShadowAce is going to do that, but it's one button. You might as well wait. And he could have done it right there. He could have done it right there.
Oh, he's going to get the jump, but he drops the combo. The crouching medium punch link dropped by Parmesan. And so there you go. ShadowAce going to take that off of a crucial mistake from Parmesan. Very unfortunate. Yeah, it's just one of those losses that you just look at your hands and you're like, come on, man, come on.
Oh, yeah, all the time. No, listen, if you're going to lose, just make sure it's not to an execution error. Like, trust me, it's nobody's fault at the end of the day. And all right, dash up throw already, still going to keep that aggressive game plan. I don't know, me as the commentator thinks he should slow down just a little bit and try and assess what ShadowAce wants to do, because ShadowAce is just waiting and reacting. And when he feels he wants to win the scramble, he'll take that chance with Ed.
Right, and that's the thing, right? I mean, Ed has that standing heavy kick. And that and Flicker are going to be his best options for the neutral game. And Cammy obviously has one of the strongest neutral games, as you can see right here. Some good buttons from Parmesan right now. And again, there's that, but I mean, nicely spaced EX drill, but still a big risk. And you're going to lose your turn, and you're spending a bar on that, which is the part that I think is the most you know, detrimental, is losing that bar.
Oh, yeah, it's injurious indeed. Oh, gets a back throw, luckily, and he took off all that great damage. James, he might be looking to get an Elix Hooligan off in a minute. There it is, and he reacted.
ShadowAce knew it too. He's like, yeah, you're going for that EX Hooligan. Had it read right from the start. ShadowAce now 1 round from taking this over Parmesan.
Yeah, looking crazy indeed. And then stand hard kick. Try to use the Psycho Snatcher as well. Good reactions from Piranha to jump away. He can jump forward, but I think he's wary of the upwards version of the Psycho Snatcher. He's going to get clipped by that.
Here we go, the flicker pressure. And again, like I said, Cammy has the ability to control the neutral against Ed, because like I said, outside of flicker and heavy kick, Ed really doesn't have the range on his normals. You were talking about that earlier. And there it is again, that EX drill just out of nowhere. Again, very risky. So surprised that Parmesan continues to use that tool.
Yeah, okay, no anti-air. And again, he's opting to do V-reversal a lot. He's been relying on that a bit too much. And sometimes it's getting him into more danger than it is getting him out of it. Oh, that's fine, that's fine.
But you know what? You'll take it. Minus frames. Oh, that was not what he wanted to do. Oh, boy. This is not going to kill. But you're just one mix-up away from death at this point.
You might as well dash up throw. Well, he tried. He don't.
Empty jump throw. Same concept.
Let's see.
But Cammy is scary with this V-trigger activated. Just got to watch out for Cammy trying to jump into... Oh, the flicker.
Throw tick again there from ShadowAce, and that's going to be a punish. Yeah.
Again, look, I don't want to like harp on this. And, you know, if he comes back and watches the replay, you know, honestly, the raw drills... Again, if you're a Cammy player and you're doing the raw drills, that has to be a hard read that the opponent is walking forward, or a good reaction to a projectile. But remember, in this game, none of the drills are lows. Even in Street Fighter 4, you could catch someone walking back and forth with a raw drill. I would do it once in a while by negative edging the drill, because when you're next to someone, they don't hear you hitting a button. It just comes out of nowhere. But, you know, in Street Fighter 5, it's not a low. So just throwing out the random drill like that is you know, it's a Hail Mary. And like I said, that kind of Hail Mary needs a very solid read and reason for you to do it.
I think as well, if we take a couple of steps backwards, I think just by watching and assessing Piranha's gameplay, I do think there's still a lot of players that when they are still like getting better and improving at fighting games as well, they are looking at moves solely because of their distance. They realize I'm too far away and I want to get back into the dogfight like immediately, right? So Spiral Arrow does that for you. Hooligan does that for you. So I don't blame him in that regard. He just, again, he needs to just understand and improve on understanding the risk-reward element for those kind of moves with some of the lowest vitality and stun in the game in Cammy. But yeah, unfortunately there, Piranha couldn't take that win over ShadowAce. So ShadowAce progresses through to the bracket, winners semifinals, and he is going to be going up against FluxWaveZ there. Now,
as I mentioned,
Evie, go on.
As I mentioned too, FluxWaveZ and ShadowAce, that was a rematch of round 2 of losers, actually. FluxWaveZ and ShadowAce running into each other in losers. And remember, FluxWaveZ made his way all the way back and won the tournament last week with a reset over underscore.
Yes, indeed. And then, of course, Gen 1 Eevee did beat Caifan earlier before we played this match just moments ago. And then it's going to be AML going up against YaNoob here. But we actually are going to be showing AML's player card very shortly for you guys to deliver those stats, because everybody loves a little bit of stats these days. And damn, he's 36, James. 36 using Chun-Li, the first lady of fighting games.
Yeah, and again, Chun-Li, another one of those characters that's very, very solid, very, very strong character. But again, you know, similar kind of things here, you know, charge character, got to charge her fireballs, whereas you could use Luke, Sandblaster without it. But, you know, but still, I think Chun-Li is a very solid character, has a lot of juice in this game. And of course, he's going to be going up against YaNoob, SoCal player here, very young here, but also been playing Manat for a while. And there was the North American last chance qualifiers in the CPT, the one that Hot Dog won, and the North America West. And if I remember, YaNoob had a strong run in that tournament, defeating a lot of strong players, including like Smug, for example. I remember that was a very big deal when it happened, and he was like, what, 18 that year. So you can only imagine how much stronger he is right now.
Yeah, 100%. And again, he is sticking with a character that requires you to be that specialist, to be that exceptional character. And he's going up against Chun-Li using V-Trigger to Kikosho. They both got 3-bar V-Triggers here. You're probably going to see Chun-Li activate before YaNoob does. But Only time will tell. And this is a big deal for some of these guys in the up-and-coming improvement in their tournament experience, because some of these V-triggers, they probably haven't dealt with the full brunt of it when it's been optimized. So this is going to be a real learning experience for AML 529.
Yeah, what's interesting for AML though is you see going with V skill 1, so playing a little bit more of the old style Chun-Li here, because if you remember, I mean, if you notice now, like most Chun-Lis are going with the Hazanshu these days, the Hazanshu doing a little bit more damage in the B&Bs and such. And YaNoob, though, still sticking with the 1-1 for Manat. I mean, that's mostly how it is. V-Trigger 2 for Manat is like considered, quote, easy mode. But there's really no reason not to go with this V-Trigger 1 because it's still so versatile.
Yeah, 100%. And again, just going to throw that Stealth Sphere and then just abuse the pokes. And it's what it can be annoying for Chun-Li as well, because both these characters have good long-range heavies, decent medium pokes as well. It's just the difference is this Chun-Li does have to respect the crystal ball when it's out there, and you can see it right now.
It's doing the work. And yeah, Chun-Li is usually the character that kind of throws a monkey wrench in other characters gaining the range and outranging them. So characters like Cammy or Karin, used to having the good range, gets nullified by Chun, but now Chun is the one getting nullified range-wise by Manat, and a beautiful slide under the fireball and a beautiful confirm into the super gives YaNoob round number 1.
Yeah, that was a 3-piece as well. 3 lights into C. I thought Chun-Li would have had a speck of health left, but there's my miscalculations. That's why we got you here, James. Is it gonna kill?
Oh man, that's why I don't ask it. I'm never right, man. I'm never right.
Don't worry. I'm sure that line is going to be played 1,000 times over in Street Fighter 6.
Oh man, I know, right? Oh man. So that way I could be wronged for everybody all throughout the world. So
I think you should have asked for royalties every time the line gets said.
Oh man. Oh, here we go. Got the V-trigger activation knocked down, and the pressure gets the throw. So here we go. AML trying to get the pressure with nice V reversal, but that means that, well, he's landing the V skill a lot because he still has a lot of life left here.
Trying to not catch him with the frame trap there into Kikosho, not quite working out. One jab will do it here for YaNoob, though. Any button will do it.
Did you see that walk up from YaNoob? That fearless walk up. Just knew that AML wasn't going to go be too aggressive. And yeah, you can tell that AML is just so cautious because he knows that any jab, any medium punch, anything hits right now and you're done.
Well, I mean,
like that.
If he's going to risk anything, it's got to be a jump, or because he hasn't got Hazanshu, so he can't even try that. And it's going to be a cross-up with the Guardian of the Sun soul throw when he had V-Trigger 1. That's probably what YaNoob was waiting for. He's trying to get in range for AML to do something to give him the V-gauge, and then he's just going to try and do some sneaky mix-up, which it worked out. It was successful indeed, and puts YaNoob 1 game up here in this set.
I mean, I definitely got hit by that. That was not what I was thinking about right there. It happened so fast too, because it was just like activate, now cross up from half screen away. What? You know, I mean, that's a nice little tricky setup right there. It's one of those ones that, you know, if you're aware of it and you're ready for it, it's so slow and obvious. But if you're just not thinking about it, yeah, it's going to catch you every time.
Yeah, 100.
And here we go. YaNoob just continuing what he was doing earlier with this. Oh, God, nice. Gets the cross up. Fake meaty drill. Not sure if that was intended to miss or not. That slide, the recovery on the slide on whiff is so deceptive. Like, it looks like it's going to be sliding for a lot longer, but then it just recovers. And so, yeah, YaNoob knows that and just caught him with that standing light kick afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, that stand face looked like punishable for EX legs there, but I don't think AML knew that. Yeah, there. That looks really
that's
punishable.
Another one too. Yeah, but his mindset right now, you could tell in his brain he was all about trying to throw.
Yeah.
So he wasn't thinking about attacking, and so he got the throw, and then he tried another throw. He just sometimes that happens. You just get it in your head that there's one particular offense that you want to go for. Nice spacing.
Oh, okay, good interruption there from AML. Couldn't get a conversion to EX legs because Chun-Li might have been a bit too far, though. Try to go for a throw again. again, he's finding it hard to open up YaNoob and just land an abundance of damage. So he feels throws his best bet at the moment. It's a bit too obvious.
It's interesting. YaNoob is doing a lot of forward walking. He's noticed that AML is not hitting a lot of buttons. Look at this. He's just walking forward. And I almost wonder if YaNoob is just trying to practice. Look at that. Walk forward into V-break. And okay, there was something going on there. YaNoob was like, you know what? I'm going to practice being brave and walking forward, because it's one of the hardest parts about footsies is knowing when to push forward, because you're always scared, especially against a character like Chun-Li, who can hit a standing heavy punch and hit you from like 10 miles away. But YaNoob just had the read that the opponent was not hitting buttons. And towards that end of that match, he was just, I swear he had his hand on forward and just never let go.
Yeah, you know what? Fantastic situational awareness. He must have made the assessment from game one. He said, you know what? I figured this out about my opponent AML. And it's like, we'll just take advantage of that situation. And again, we're kind of talking about, you know, the how great YaNoob was playing. But then if we look at the shoes on the other foot here and we look at AML, again, he had that probably a huge mental stack there, James. He could be thinking of anything. He said, I don't know. I'm not really understanding how he's utilizing the Soul Sphere, how he's just throwing it out. I don't really know why he's walking at me so often. I want to throw him because I can't get a big combo. And it's like, I feel limited in certain situations. It's like, what do I do? So again, he was very perplexed in a lot of situations here. And it must have felt very rough for him.
And again, I mean, as we look at the bracket here for a second, you know, one of the things to talk about, the triangle of footsies, right? If your opponent is constantly moving forward, then you throw out pokes. That's the counter right there. You know, if they move forward, you poke. If they poke, you whiff punish. If they whiff punish, you move forward. That's the triangle of footsies right there. And AML did not realize that's what YaNoob was doing towards the end, that forward movement. And so AML needed to throw out more pokes. Didn't happen, and as you can see here, we're not actually going to play the losers bracket matches on stream, so we're going straight to FluxWaveZ and ShadowAce, which is going to be the rematch, as I said, from round 2 loser side of the previous event. And again, FluxWaveZ won that one and then went on to win the entire tournament.
Yeah, great to see. And he's looking to kind of reign supreme and keep that title of winning these one-on-one Fight Night Invitational tournaments here on twitch.tv/PlayStation. Make sure you're tweeting out the stream. I'm doing a late shift, and you guys should get more people to watch me on this late shift with that this guy. He says, will it kill? And he's on Street Fighter 6. I'm in my humble abode right now, but I'm in the presence of this guy. Dude, he's in the next
look game. At your humble abode. Look at this collection that you have back there, man. That is quite a collection back there. So, I mean, look, I don't even own that many books, manga or not. Okay, so I'm a caveman here. So
no, you got cool posters though. You got cool framed posters in the behind you. Don't worry, we can rate each other's houses and rooms all the time. But yeah, no, I think I've been collecting for like 12, coming on 13 years now. So
dang, nice. That's a collection to be proud of. I'll tell you that much right now. That's a collection to be proud of.
Thank you. Right, let's see. Oh, he's picked the Good 8 squad, SFL.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, SFL.
Nice.
I like that.
So those costumes are nice, dude. Some of the I really liked some of like the DNG outfits and stuff. The color schemes are really good.
But I'm kind of upset that they didn't do SFL EU and SFL US ones. That would have been really
I know, right? It's like, come on.
Ooh, nice anti-air there as well. Okay, it looks like FluxWaveZ has gone with V-Skill 2, V-Trigger 2 for this matchup here, which is fine. The Molotov, I don't think it serves a true purpose here. It can help, but the command grab can force Ed to spend resources on V-Shift, help him do EX Psycho up, although he gets Oki from it. It can get him to force him to do something if things turn south.
All right, well, that hit right there was so important because it gave FluxWaveZ the guaranteed lead. So that means ShadowAce has to put in the work, but this is the start of it here. Oh, nice escape. That's so smart. Forward moving and projectile invul. So just got away from it completely.
Now, I'm not sure if he intended to do that or that was an impromptu escape, but either way, full credit to FluxWaveZ there for getting out of that situation. Crush Canada.
Get the dash combo and goes to the corner. Oh, he tried to shimmy right there and accidentally walked back into the stand light punch.
Interesting choice. He ended with Toxic Bind, yeah, to allow him to go full screen and activate the trigger. So what he's going to do, yes, that's a good choice. Because that catches Ed players off guard so much because they think, yeah, I'll just walk behind the Psycho Cannon, but they get caught off guard. They're not reacting with a jump.
Yeah, you can see FluxWaveZ right now. He's like, I don't need to do anything. It's only 10 seconds. Yeah.
Oh, the block.
The thing about it was, look at the timer, right? If he had got thrown, just don't quick rise. Get up, get thrown, don't quick rise. You win, basically. And so, yeah, you're not even going to do anything at that point in time. And so ShadowAce, he knew ShadowAce had to get the hit in order to win. So there's just no reason not to just keep blocking.
Okay, Crouch Fist with Punish. I think when FluxWaveZ gets into it and feels a bit more comfortable, he can whip punish that with Stand Fist. It's pretty consistent, so...
Yeah, the interesting thing about Psycho Flicker is a lot of people want to whiff punish it faster than they should. There's a lot of lag when it whiffs, so you can actually wait a little bit to punish it, but it's still very scary to deal with in neutral. Yeah. I mean, some people joke that it's unwhiff punishable.
Well, I mean, for the most part, despite ShadowAce taking that round, for the most part, it is, unfortunately, because people have tried and they have failed miserably, even when they've had the right spacing, James.
Right. Oh, man.
All right, let's go back to neutral here. ShadowAce with a slight life lead, trying to steal some turns there. Gets thrown. He can still do, yep, pull him in for the heart rate.
Yeah, goes for the low, catches him walking backwards. This time just keeps his turn going, Yep, not going for any risks right now. FluxWaveZ just playing it very straight up, but he doesn't have the V trigger, so he doesn't have the ability to try to get through that. Yep, you're not getting away. Still got to deal with the mix-up.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, throw. Good stuff there from ShadowAce. Keeping that momentum there as well, but good space.
But you got to watch out here. ShadowAce sitting on a lot of meter.
Oh, that looked punishable, but didn't want to take that risk there. Flicker.
Oh, he could have went into the super instead on the flicker and might have even been able to kill off of that.
Well, he's going to have to do it the earnest way now because he's going to have to do it with flicker into EX Psycho Knuckle or something else. Punishable. Overhead, here we go. Momentum's coming. If he gives him too much space, yep, here comes the cannon.
Oh, and he doesn't have anything to activate?
No, that was a bad choice. That was a bad choice because the thing is, I've seen people do this. They try to V reversal Ed and the Psycho Cannon catches the latter frames or the latter recovery part of their V reversal. If you V break Ed, I see Ending Walker do it all the time. I've witnessed it firsthand. When you do certain things with defensively, he'll just react to the EX Psycho upper and it's got more invincibility in the situation than your V reversal because it's only strike invincible, right? So it's rough. It is rough.
Yeah. In that situation, I mean, that's the hard thing too, is even if you do get the V shift and move back and don't do the V break, you're still in the mix up. It's still there. So you're hoping to slide forward, get the knockdown, but a lot of the times you get hit. And if there's enough hits, and I'm pretty sure I've seen him get back up, dash up, and combo off of that trade.
Yeah, Ed, do you know what? You're looking at two of the best characters when it comes to trade combos in general. Obviously, Ed is actually slightly better than Poisons, but that's courtesy of what I've seen Ending Walker do. Ooh, the Psycho Cannon again. Crossed up. There's a stun. There it is. I think he's dead if he gets this right. Yeah, I think he's dead. There you go. Psycho Splash ending with the Snatcher.
Had to spend every little... Yeah, had to spend every little bit of meter, but obviously worth it. Got the win there.
Yeah, so it seems that FluxWaveZ, the biggest concern right now, outside of the scrambles, is he's struggling to really deal with the Psycho Cannon. There is a trick you can do against it that's pretty consistent, but he hasn't really been relying on it to switch up ShadowAce's approach once the cannon's out, but...
Oof, yep, there's that confirm, and you get the meaty pressure afterwards. That's what makes it so scary.
Back
is
throw
that
will do it. Ooh, he tried a V-reversal there, Flux. He tried a V-reversal.
Wow. Wow.
Stun? Is it coming? Not quite.
No, not quite. Not quite. Not quite. Oh, he missed the jump attack. That's not good. He could have got him in block stun or even a hit and pushed out of the corner now. However, ShadowAce just walks out of there because he really wants to get that V-trigger activated. A nice defense, but he's still down very little health. ShadowAce just needs one more hit and can take this and exact revenge on FluxWaveZ.
There's a throw. Is he going to V-shift out of there? No, he waits because he was worried about the EX Psycho upper there, James. And all he's got to do is just play patient. All he has to do is just wait a little bit.
Yeah, the clock is your friend right now. Clock is on ShadowAce's side. See, there you go. You're taking unnecessary risks and getting hit by these things. Poison is not the offensive monster.
I think that was an execution error. I think that was an execution error, but here it comes. Right, can he deal with it? Can he deal with it? No, he tried to run away because he tried to gain enough space to be able to see the Psycho Cannon still encroaching on his space there. But ShadowAce, overwhelming, absolutely aggressive, clean performance there. Takes it 2-0 over FluxWave in the winner's semis.
Yeah, interestingly enough, like I was saying, ShadowAce just needed to wait, but actually he was probably taking the risk because he's like, oh, if I build up the V trigger, I build up the V trigger, and it worked out for him. And like I said, interesting enough, this was 2-1 in favor of FluxWaveZ last week in loser side of the bracket. Now, Flux obviously made it out of loser's bracket and won after defeating ShadowAce. He's just been sent to loser's bracket here. He's definitely looking to make it all the way back out and perhaps try to get some revenge. Last week, Underscore sent him to losers, and then he reset and defeated Underscore in grand finals. So Flux definitely familiar with getting revenge against those who send him to losers.
100% indeed. That was great to watch. Now, obviously, I talked to Ending Walker about this matchup. We've gone back and forth, and again, he's one of the best players, if not the best player in Europe currently at the moment. He thinks that matchup is even, and we've come to that conclusion. Okay. Of course, I'm just like, you're just 10 times, 100 times better than I ever will be.
I mean, how often do you play against Ending Walker?
It's rare these days. Obviously, the week before, I think it was a week or a couple of days before UFA, I played him like 3 days on the bounce. Like every day, we just had like a couple of first to three sets, and then I was just getting demolished all the time. But I was learning a lot about him because for me, the best way to talk about players is to play them firsthand, so you get a better insight on them. If I can play these guys, I'll take the opportunity. And I'll tell you who's going to take the opportunity next is either Gen 1 Eevee or YaNoob in this next one, using two of the best V triggers in the game.
Yeah, and a very, very uncommon matchup here. Like, honestly, I can tell you that I may have never seen this matchup before here. Oro versus Manat. It's not a matchup that I see.
Yeah, you might not have it in the US. We have it here in Europe. Broski and Rickemans Barnett, they played it. Yeah. They play it a fair bit online when Broski is streaming. I actually have to double check the archives for SFL EU if that has happened. But these guys have spoken about it and talked about it as well. Shivs plays it with Broski too. So some matches that are, infrequent or uncommon, just in general, chances are you may find two weird players playing it in Europe somewhere.
So we'll see how these two players, I mean, I'm curious to see, I would love to know what, those players that you mentioned, Broski and, Rickemans Barnett and such, think of this matchup here. But again, as an Oro player, obviously Oro was brand new. By the time Oro came out, all the Manat players had basically disappeared. And as Manat players, of course, you're not going to be running into a ton of Oros at this point because, again, Oro is new and requires a lot of very technical play style. I mean, he has some of those crazy, I know they call them jump cancels, but I don't like calling him that. But, the jump install kind of combos that you have.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's for optimization and such. But, he's a very technical character to play.
Blasted hitbox users. That's what you all are. He's a good old-fashioned stick like the rest of us.
Okay. Gen 1 Eevee showing a little bit of his hand right here, showing ways that he's going to get in, and even wakes up with a flash kick that wasn't even an EX.
Has this guy just come out of the gates like a bull? Like just coming in just full force here. He's just like hitting the ground running. He's got to be careful because there comes one V trigger.
Yeah, couldn't reflect the V skill. Did you see that? That interaction was very weird. I need to see it.
Wow. Dude, relax. Like you were doing all right, and then you actually might lose the round because you can't utilize the Tengu stones right now. Yeah.
Right.
Double soul
look at that. EX. Yeah, not gonna be not quite enough, but this is scary. You gotta respect that orb,
dude.
Oh.
I think he done the Jinchu because he thought the Soul Spear was coming out.
Yeah. I mean, even if it had gotten blocked, Minot would have easily been able to punish that, you know, with the range, obviously.
Gotcha.
Oh, nice. Got fast enough to still defeat that double jump.
Trust me, if you can, yeah, this is what you got to do, right? When Aura does the double jump, just slightly walk back in anticipation of it and just look for your normal attack anti-air. Don't go for no special attack one. Just stay consistent with your normal attack anti-air. You'll get the damage. Speaking of damage, though, he's doing that incredibly close.
Oh, boy, and a couple of dinosaurs here available for him. Oh, nice. Gets right through that Tango Stone. And yeah, just eating up the timer. And actually, never mind. Doesn't even need to eat up the timer. Look at that. Over half of that Tango Stone V-trigger left. But YaNoob getting the kill, showing that he is not scared of that Tango Stone. And honestly, Gen 1 Eevee just was not in a position where he could take advantage of that Tango Stone at all.
He's too hyper-aggressive at the moment. I think that's it. We could tell by round one, James, how aggressive he was. He got the jump in, he was doing the stomp, you know, he activated and did EX on the Yanma, his reversal. He was doing a lot of stuff to just, I don't know, maybe galvanize YaNoob into not playing properly. But if you're going to show your hand that early, as he said, just to reiterate, that's going to tell a lot about you as a player.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why, you know, I make that comment about showing your hand early, is that sometimes players, you know, especially if you're not super familiar with fighting in tournaments and such and fighting against players like YaNoob, they are, you can't show all your tricks right away. You got to save stuff.
Yeah, of course. Nice. Okay, activates the V trigger. Are we waiting for a V reversal, or he's gonna get tossed around 6 times? Oh, he tried. There's 2.
Oh, got him. Here we go.
If he does this right, he's dead. If he does this right, he's dead. I think he did the wrong combo. Oh, no, he didn't.
Oh.
Okay.
He got it. But again, I mean, if you're a Minot player, you can't get mad at getting killed by a V trigger comeback, right? I mean, look, you're just like, all right, I accept it. Oh, God, the tracking. YaNoob keeps thinking he can jump over that, but he can't because it's the EX one. Nice interrupt.
Yeah, good check there with the 3-frame button there from YaNoob, and he gets a counter hit confirmed, pulls him into the throw.
Medium kick from Oro is so irritating to deal with because it just doesn't push you anywhere.
Oh, he needs some form of pressure, James. We gotta give him that. I see why he's doing that. Okay, do you know what? He's not using the other versions of the V-skill one like I mentioned before, but if he does that, the regular version, I think it's very difficult, like you mentioned before, from that to reflect it. The low version is super consistent, but...
Nice. But here we go, throw pressure here. And we've seen YaNoob is not the kind of player who's scared to walk forward with Minot. Oh, what a beautiful activation reaction. No, he drops the combo. Oh, this is a problem. Yeah, you just block of your YaNoob. Oh, what did he try?
I think he tried to press a button.
Yeah, I think he tried to throw. You're right. He probably tried to tech that. And look at this. So, you know, I mean, after the first game, we see this vast improvement. Definitely maybe evolving into a Flareon or something like that, you know. That's the only evolution I can name right now. Because I think I can name Glaceon. That's another one.
So there's Jolteon, Vaporeon, Flareon, Umbreon, Espeon, Leafeon, Glaceon. I think there's a fairy one. I can't remember. Can't quite remember.
See, I'm trying to be hip here, jammers. Pretend I know anything about Pokemon here. Okay, look.
I know you picked up the latest Pokemon game, James. Don't worry, it's fine. We all did.
You know, I have never played a Pokemon game in my life.
You weren't supposed to say that on stream.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I did pick up the latest one because I'm all about that Pokemon. Gotta catch them all, baby. Let's go.
Looking at the stun there is YaNoob. That's gonna be.
Oh, that's gonna hit. Oh no, not quite. But he's still in danger of the stun. Okay, now should be a little bit safer. But now it's just about health and life. What a reflect! And look at this, just eating up that Tengu Stone timer. Tengu Stone averted.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, I love that V-shift. That was such a smart V-shift. Yeah, you just don't want to deal with the hit-throw mix-up. So you just go for that V-shift. Get out of there.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like, okay, it's very generic to say the Tengu Stone makes or break a lot of Aura players' gameplay, but I feel with Gen 1 Eevee, that generally is the case. When he hits it, it works. When he doesn't really optimize or utilize how good it is as a pressure tool as well.
Yeah, I mean, not to go all the way super old school. I mean, you know how much I always want to talk about Super Turbo whenever I can, but like Cammy, you know, her hooligan is like one of the most kind of like pseudo brokenish tools, you know, that it just. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he's gonna take that.
Case in point. Obviously, he dropped the combo there, unfortunately, but when it hits, he actually gets the kill. When it doesn't, it's like he's lost.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So, like, even though the hooligan in ST is super good, as a Cammy player, you have to learn how to win without it. You have to learn how to win without it, because the more you use it, the more obvious it becomes. And it's the same kind of situation for Gen 1 Eevee right now. It's very obvious he can win if he gets that V trigger going, but if he doesn't, it seems like he's kind of lost.
Okay, good double jump there for the evasion on the Soul Ank. Bring out the V skill. Gonna get a little bit of damage there. Can he bring out another V skill? Oh no, bad choice. I didn't actually see the Sophia, so dead.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
that's dead.
Okay. Nice. And there it is, YaNoob in a pretty knockdown, drag out fight here, but does manage to take it over Gen 1 Eevee. And again, that's how scary the Tengu Stone is. It can basically turn around any fight, right? And especially if he has all that meter, because he can do all this damage before the meter, before he needs to use the meter for the super. And then the super, of course, max scaled is only going to be 50%. So it's still going to deal at least about 160 damage. So definitely could finish people off really easily.
100% there. It's been great to see and enjoy the action here today on twitch.tv/PlayStation for the Fight Nights of the North America Street Fighter 5 one-on-ones. If you guys are enjoying this and you're considering entering one of these tournaments, then please, you need to head on over to compete.playstation.com to find out more information on how you can apply for these events. And the next one should be relatively soon, because Street Fighter 6 isn't here yet. There's still a couple of Street Fighter 5 tournaments to be done and dusted. So hey, head on over to compete.playstation.com and you can find out where you can sign up to your next tournament. But yeah, it's been great action so far, and a pleasure to talk to this guy with Street Fighter 6. Speaking of which, word on the street is there's another closed beta going to be happening soon for Street Fighter 6.
Really? Oh, I haven't heard anything about this. I mean,
well,
look,
I'm looking at my phone right now. It says prepare for closed beta test number 2, Street Fighter 6 from December 16th to 19th on PS5, Xbox Series X, and Steam. But me and you,
exclusive news.
Exclusive news. What we are going to do is me and James can talk about that on our break. We're going to see you in a couple of minutes. So you guys can go on over on Twitter and see what's going on. Me and James are going to take a break. When we come back, more Street Fighter 5 action here. See you in a bit.
And welcome back, everybody, to Fight Night here with Street Fighter V action going. Of course, I'm James Chen, and I'm joined here by the one, the only Jammers here, honorary NA commentator for today. But I do want to remind everybody, actually, that the Video Game Awards has recently announced all of its nominees, and EVO was nominated for Best Esports Event of 2022. And of course, you know, we are proud to support EVO through PlayStation tournaments, programs like the Summer Community Series, which gave players from around the world the opportunity to compete for a chance to attend the event. So please go to thegameawards.com, vote for EVO. Let's show everybody what the FGC is all about.
Me and James were at this past EVO, just to let you know. We're not in that picture, but we were there. So I just want to let everybody know. And I did get a picture with Pokimane, so thanks for the picture.
Oh, dang. Nice,
Pokimane.
nice.
But you know what? Like we said, there is a link down below. But it doesn't stop there. Wait, do not turn the stream off. It doesn't stop there. There's more. What I've been told is there is actually a win-a-thon happening for PlayStation tournaments as well. So where you can rack up wins in the PlayStation tournaments through all of December and January for a chance to win prizes like a new... Hold on a minute. Wait, I haven't got one of those. Win prizes like new DualSense Edge controller on PS5 or PS5 consoles on PS4. Sign up on console and start competing for prizes today. Can the commentators get in on this too? Is that all right? Can we
somehow we're probably affiliated, and so we're not. You know how they always say like the commentators get all the benefits. Do you see this here? He said we're not allowed to win these cool controllers.
Yeah, apparently I don't get one. I'm going to ask production team afterwards if I can have one, if they got any spare that just don't want anyone. But what you got to do is you got to head on over to compete.playstation.com to get more details on that PlayStation Win-a-thon. It's going to be throughout this month, because my time, not where James is, where I am right now, it is the 1st of December. All right?
Right. Now, see, we're basically like the dogs that walk up to the dinner table. We're just looking for the table scraps, right? Anybody's willing to like reach down and hand us a controller, you know, just be like, you know, the whole time. So
oh man, it's brilliant to see. But you know what, let's refresh your memory. Let's take a quick look at the bracket and see what has transpired throughout the day. We're going to be moving on to the winners final right now, with ShadowAce going up against YaNoob in a best of 5, both of 3 wins. But this is what the top 8 bracket, or the 8-man invitational, has been looking like right now. ShadowAce has been putting on that clinic. He hasn't lost a game yet. I wonder if YaNoob will change that. FluxWaveZ is waiting in the losers semi-finals for the winner of Gen 1 Eevee and toastyfishpants. Yes, I did say it. Toastyfishpants indeed.
Yeah, so we can see right now FluxWaveZ trying to make that same kind of run he did. This is the exact same path that he took last time. He won the first round, lost the second round, then made it all the way back to grand finals and took the event. So FluxWaveZ, you know, on a pretty familiar path here. But again, we'll find out what's going on in that losers bracket. But we are going back to ShadowAce versus YaNoob, and we should be going right into that match here. Yep, here we go, and it is Ed versus Manat.
So what did I'm imagining? Yeah, ShadowAce must have stuck with V-Trigger 1 again. He loves that V-Trigger 1. It helps him with his approach. I think it really complements his aggressive style as a player. Really gets a lot of mileage out of it.
Yeah, and you know, I really do think it'll probably help a lot against Manat, right? Because if he needs to get in there, and he was actually really good at making sure he got like 2 uses out of it, out of the 2-bar V trigger in a lot of those rounds last time. So it definitely has been working out for him really well.
Yeah, 100% here. Good start right now there for ShadowAce. Probably going to be looking for that opportune moment to jump or dash. When he gets there it was.
Ooh. That was risky, because if he had blocked that orb still would have hit on the way back. But here we go. Gets the crush counter with that heavy kick. Shimmy in the throw.
All right, here we go. That's going to be dead.
Done.
Yep, stun. Build a little bit of meter. Do you build meter off of charging that? I don't think you do.
I think it is, because it's a special move. Counts as a special move, so you should build meter off of that.
Yeah.
Special moves do build meter on whiff. Oh, gets in there with the V skill. And look at that, just starting to, oh, nice, nicely done. Nice whiff punish right there. YaNoob trying to be a little bit aggressive to try to get a little bit of that screen space over here. You can see trying to push back to the center of the screen over there. Oh, did he mean the V reversal there so late?
Probably. All right, gets the EX Sphere. And throws it out again, and he's going to wait until that orb retracts so he can get his V-trigger out. No, he's going to sweep activate instead. Cross
Got him.
And this is going to hurt YaNoob. Oh, okay. I don't blame him for doing this because the orb is nowhere near YaNoob right now.
Yeah, but it gives it back, right? It gives it back.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This could kill right now if YaNoob finds the hit. But he's just blocking. YaNoob's got to throw. There it is. And now, oh, actually, ShadowAce has a full bar, so Chip is not a threat. So you see YaNoob immediately. Nice chase down. What a tech. And he comes right back in there. No fear.
Oh, what a jump. What?
Oh. But again, that heavy kick, what a nice button to have, and especially as a crush counter button. But that is going to be one of his main ways to try to get that distance. Like I said, that and flicker are basically his best range moves in neutral, so you gotta watch out for that heavy kick.
Yeah, 100%. Good play there. It looks a bit difficult at times, but again, I like that he's picking opportune moments, being methodical about his approach. And then when he does get the right resources, he'll just pile on that aggression. 110%. Speak of the devil, gets a clean jump in. He's really been practicing and studying against these characters that potentially cause Ed trouble for a couple of seconds in the neutral here, James.
Yeah, but good sequence right there for YaNoob, but what a jab on that drill. Now, the way that ShadowAce has gotten in a lot, we talked, remember when YaNoob was walking forward against his opponent? Oh, you did the Ed, you went full Ed right there.
He did indeed, and he's gonna pay the price, James, because he's gonna die from this. There you go.
Oh man, but you know, one of the things I was trying to say during the course of that round was that ShadowAce has been getting in a lot just by double dashing.
Yeah.
And YaNoob might need to check a little bit more with some light punches or something like that, but that is how ShadowAce has managed to get in a couple of times now. There's one dash.
Throw tech there, and another stand hard kick, fishing for that crush counter. Good spacing, but he didn't cancel into an EX Psycho up or anything there.
What a tech. Nice delayed tech there. Oh, got him out of the air. He's going to go for the reset. Turns the left, right, mix up into a throw hit. And here he goes. Should be able to kill. No, but the flicker catches his target. ShadowAce. Actually, this is 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5, so.
It is indeed. Ran it out there. Gets the jump in. That should have been. Okay, he went for a 3 frame, so that must have been -2, that slide there. So lucky there for YaNoob.
Okay, gets the anti-air, but then misses a meaty, gets thrown. But now ShadowAce puts himself back in the corner. And yeah, you're not getting out of the corner that easily. So YaNoob is going to keep him in that space over there. But I like that jab check. And here we go. The mix-up time. And YaNoob has gotten hit by this almost every single time. And interesting again. Going to go for the super. Wants to get the life lead. And it's going to give him the orb back.
Yeah, I don't know why he's giving the orb back, though. That's the thing. He can actually really abuse the fact that he can't get it. And he's going to activate. Yep, going to go for a reset soon.
Can he build up enough meter? Oh, no, he just go for the reset, but instead goes for the throw.
He comboed off the throw. Huh.
Did he? Oh,
yeah, he did.
What a drill. What a drill. And he had that orb left to keep himself safe. That's plus.
Done.
Oh, chip him out. But he's got the EX.
He's dead, James. He's dead off of the combo from the stand medium punch, ending it with Psycho Splash. Here's the thing. If you're going to do certain things against Ed, EX Psycho Upper, all he's got to do is wait and react. And I think it beats the vast majority of invincible moves in the game. I think it does.
Yeah, he gets a lot of invul frames on that EX uppercut, on the EX Psycho upper. And so YaNoob hoping that, I mean, look, if ShadowAce had gone for the throw or attack mix-up, you win, right? It beats both of those. And that's what YaNoob was betting on. But ShadowAce hadn't committed to anything yet. So he was free enough to get that EX uppercut. And sure enough, fly right through that.
Yeah, and the thing is, wow, okay, he maybe he thought he had bar to do EX Psycho Upper, but the regular Psycho Upper hit instead. And I like that he's not deterred and not being discouraged by how YaNoob's playing in neutral. He's just staying focused, sticking with the plan A, and playing his game here, ShadowAce. Fantastic to see.
Oh, what? He didn't stop blocking in the middle of that. And YaNoob, again, trying to be very aggressive. Here's this mix-up again. YaNoob actually weathers it this time, and now you've got orbs all over the place. It's so scary. It's so scary. And YaNoob has to make this full 0-3 game, 0-2 comeback here. So he's got a long road ahead of him if he wants to defeat ShadowAce.
Yeah, I think this is the case where ShadowAce's defense is his offense. That's it. When he's forced to play defense, you really see something about him, but he's worked on his offense so much that you rarely see him defending.
Nice. Gonna go under.
And
oh,
there
no.
You go. See, he got opened up immediately when he had to the sea.
Oh,
and you seeing it, James? This is it.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, he tried to go for another reset. More orbs. More orbs. All right, YaNoob got to make the comeback, and he's got the meter right now too, so he could definitely make the. Oh, this is scary now. How do you deal with this? How do you deal with this? Oh. There it is again.
So that's the mix-up. Does he forward throw and keep the cannon out, or does he go for the crossover and get the full confirm off the charged Psycho Snatcher? That's the trouble a lot of the guys have been having today, James.
Yeah, I mean, the beautiful thing about it is, as the Ed player, if you guess wrong, you're still safe because that Psycho Cannon is still going. And that's what makes that such a scary V-trigger to have.
Flicker into the EX Knuckle. He's racking up the stun, James. That's going to be the game. It's going to be a clean 3-0. And ShadowAce is going to book his place in the Grand Finals winner side of today's Fight Nights here for the North American region.
Yeah, when they gave Ed that EX follow-up to the flicker, it was like, that's neat, right? And then everybody else was like, wait a second, why is this so good? That single change was massive in turning Ed into such a scary character, because before, the flicker, definitely an annoying move, like we said, very, like, almost unwhiff punishable, but like before, if you got clipped by it, at least that was the end of it. No, but now, if you get clipped by it, he gets the knockdown, he gets continued pressure, and it is just, it just turns matches around so fast.
And what was really interesting about that change was, I think I definitely was one of the people that paid more attention to where Ed was basically accumulating the meter from, because you didn't really pay attention to it before. All you really saw him use meter for was EX Psycho Upper to defend himself, and just situations to get EX Psycho Splash. But now he's got the Knuckle. Again, Flicker has become 100 times more problematic. He gets the reward, as you said before. And it's interesting because he doesn't get true Oki, but the screen carry he gets from that is insane. And it's like, okay, people really don't want to deal with this. There's so many situations where Flicker is going to be, causing you an absolute nightmare. It's just going to be absolutely nuts to deal with there. But great stuff there from ShadowAce for utilizing that. And I feel as well, if they were going to give him that, they should take away the guard break from his V-trigger too. But that's just me being selfish at this point. But that's just me. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. But we're going to head on over back to the bracket and give you guys an update on what's going on there. So we are down to our last 4 combatants. We got
and we will.
Toasty Fishpants going up against FluxWaveZ, sorry. We've got YaNoob waiting in the losers final, and then obviously ShadowAce waiting in the winner side of grand finals.
So, all of us, of course, are happy that we get another match here of being able to say toasty fish pants, and just enjoy that for a little bit. But FluxWaveZ, as we mentioned, still working on getting himself back into grand finals, exactly what he did last time. And keep in mind, too, in this same point of the bracket, last event, he defeated YaNoob. So he's already beaten YaNoob before. So FluxWaveZ knows if he can get past Toasty Fish Pants, then he'll be able to have a good shot at taking out YaNoob as well.
So let us not forget, the losers semi-final is still going to be a best of 3. So this is first to 2 territories still. And FluxWaveZ, as you can see on the bracket there, FluxWaveZ's first game was against Toasty Fishpants, where he beat him 2-0. Can he have a repeat performance? And again, can he still get closer to maintaining his title as the 101 Fight Nights champion? Because ShadowAce is in the contention for stealing that crown away from him. And then he's got to get past YaNoob, which is not an easy task to do either. So It's going to be Mika. Is he trying Mika this time round as a different tactic to spice things up? Or has he picked the wrong character again?
I'm not sure. We'll find out, because that's what happened last time when we thought that's what he was gonna go with, but instead chose not to go with that. Nope, looks like that's what he's rocking with here. So FluxWaveZ going with the Mika instead. Maybe he just knows that he's gonna give himself one game because he feels like he can win the other game. He can switch back to Poison if he loses a game here.
Yeah, just looking to spice things up.
Yeah, and again, practicing your secondaries and such, but FluxWaveZ got to feel pretty confident here, because both of these players in his way to grand finals. He is defeated before, obviously toastyfishpants earlier today and YaNoob last week.
Okay, try to go for the mix-up with Steel Chair. Gonna get that big punish as well. Here comes the mix-ups. Yep, here they come. Stays in front as well. There's a Brimstone.
And here you go. Here comes the Mika mix. Oh, gets out of there.
Yeah.
Actually, oh, it's not enough to die.
Hold on a minute. Is he going to look for Crouch Fist into CA? I don't think he's going to give him the chance here. Oh, he thought that was the head crush. He jumped because he thought that was the head crush.
Right, yeah.
Boy, that was unfortunate there for FluxWaveZ, but brilliant play there from toastyfishpants.
Okay. Oh, the armor, yeah. But then you see right there, FluxWaveZ trying to get forward. Got the microphone, so he knows he has that cancel.
All right, that is up. Get to confirm into the EX shooting Peach, and then the stun's racking up, and there you go. That's not going to be the round, but he's going to get the Mika 50-50, and he went for the classic.
Yeah, didn't even bother to cancel into it. Obviously, that would have still been scaled, so he goes for the throw reset. FluxWaveZ, and as you mentioned, this is now back to the 2 out of 3. Oh yeah, I like that. 2 hits, gonna get through the armor, but he gets the crush and the full confirm side switch. Look at the damage and the corner carry.
There you go. Crouch Fist gets blocked, and another head crush. He needs to stop relying on those head crushes there, because it's getting him in so much trouble. Anti-air again. Watch out for the V-shift. Okay.
Nice counter poke into the link. Easy link for Mika players. And now corner pressure here. Got it. Oh, yeah. He knew. Oh, he didn't have the microphone set up. I think he thought he had the power up.
Yeah, I think he did. But anyway, it's all fine. He made amends very quickly. You can actually lose track of that because of how much the V-Skill 1, the microphone, has been improved over the years. It's become incredibly abusive now, in terms of you can just liberally use it way more often than you could before. You are gonna probably forget that you kind of got rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, again, you can look at your V-Skill reader down there at the Roman numeral 1, and if you do have the microphone set up, it will be glowing, but it's subtle, so it's not something you just glance at and know right away. Oh, here we go. Pressure now. Yep. Free dash forward after Brimstone.
Pressure being applied there, and that's going to be a punish. Yeah, he could have done jab into Peach or crouching light kick. It's a very decent ranged light kick there for Mika, but he's not special cancelable, so. Oh, he might be dead.
Got him. He got him with the Alex Classic activation. No!
He did the wrong slash elbow.
Yeah, I think he did too slow. Uh-oh, here we go.
Is he going to grab him again?
Oh, the slide into activation here. What side? Oh my God, I don't know.
What was that? What on earth was that? He just had to block all of that. He had to firm that like a man.
And he just kept neutral jumping, and toastyfishpants definitely believed he was going to jump over him for the cross up at some point. And like you said, he's going for those stun guns over and over and over again. And at this point in time, you feel like maybe he's got to hold off on that.
Yeah, he's visited that well way too often. Good check on the dash, though. Lariat. Crush counter. Yeah, ooh, Flux is getting a bit too impatient here. Can he get a hyper bomb? I thought he was going to go for it, but straight to the corner. I love this conversion. I love it.
Yeah, all the way. And now this is where Mika just eliminates you. There's one.
Is he going to head crush? No. He's dead. Yeah, he's stunned. He's dead.
Yeah, one or the other. Yeah, that's it right there. And so FluxWaveZ is indeed going to continue forward in the loser side of the bracket over here, taking out toastyfishpants and trying to go up against YaNoob. But again, as a reminder, last week, FluxWaveZ and ShadowAce fought each other, but ShadowAce got his revenge. Maybe this is YaNoob's chance here to get revenge. It was 2-1. So it wasn't like it was a dominating match or anything like that. So YaNoob here with the potential to try to get revenge this week for being eliminated last week. And of course, this is for third place, and third place is that sweet, sweet $100 over here. That means that who was it? toastyfishpants goes home with the $50.
Hey, at least he got in the money today. He probably made it further than he expected. Maybe just underperformed slightly. But again, he's got good tactics, good mindset towards this matchup as well. He has great intuition into some defensive situations as well. Just needs to keep grinding, needs to get more comfortable with certain situations and feel more confident in making the comeback, because Alex is a character that can make those comebacks. So do feel more confident. And probably give V-Trigger 2 a try as well. I feel he'd be pretty decent with Alex's V-Trigger 2 there as well. But
get the confirms and the follow-ups and the continued follow-up pressure as well. But as you can see here in the losers side, losers finals, it is going to be YaNoob versus FluxWave. We're back to the 3 out of 5, and this will be to find out who goes up against ShadowAce 50 in grand finals. Is it going to be YaNoob with the Manat or FluxWaveZ with the either Poison or Mika? However, on this, I don't know. What do you think about, I mean, maybe you've played Rikaman's Barnett a bunch of times as well. So what do you think of this matchup here?
So I think Rikaman thinks that Manat beats Poison, just in general, because it's just hard for it to get a game going. And it's like Manat can play outside of the whip range and then get more out of it. And obviously the V-Trigger is better because she's got one of the best V-Triggers, if not the best V-Trigger in the game. It can be annoying to deal with her dive kick as well. Hard to keep track of that. Mika's probably the better choice because Mika, you can abuse V-Skill 1. And if Manat tries to counter them, all of Manat's counters are actually single hitting moves. So you'll be able to absorb the single hit and then put down the microphone and then try and do it again and build your V-Trigger as quickly as possible, whether it be V-Trigger 1 or you want to use V-Trigger 2, the steel chair. So there are choices here. It's all down to personal preference at the end of the day. So we're going to find out what character he's picked, and he's going to go
Wait a second.
So that
it's YaNoob with the character change on us. So maybe last week he did not like the matchup, and so now he's going to be trying this Urian.
Yeah, so that means YaNoob doesn't like Poison versus Manat, or doesn't want to deal with it, so he's trying to get another counter pick. This is actually not a very good matchup for Urian at the moment. You can still play it, and you have to be super solid, because Shuto's been doing work in the SFL against characters supposedly Urian should lose against. But I think Urian's still a decent character. It just takes a lot of work.
Yep.
Again, he has to do a lot of blocking, though.
Yeah, obviously not what he was in the past over here, but still an effective character. Oh, nice. I like that. Oh, and he's going with he's going for the Fasa. He's going.
Yeah, basically. He's going with V-Trigger 1 here. I thought he was going V-Trigger 2 for this matchup, but gonna throw the Molotov, burn him up a little bit, cook him, get that pressure going. Great blocks here.
Oh, I thought he got him. I could have swore I heard the hit noise. But here we go. Look at this. He actually has the life lead here, YaNoob. Nice check with that light punch. He was going to try to throw him. Yeah, doesn't want to toast on the fire. Gets the armor charged up and uses that to charge up for the killer headbutt. And there we go. Round 1 to YaNoob.
Yeah, good solid defense. You just have to block it out. With Urian nowadays, you just have to firm it out on defense, and then you've got to literally just find your opportune moment to activate V-Trigger, or, you know, get ready for the anti or something.
All right, here we go. Now FluxWaveZ with the offense, back-to-back throws, and now goes for the button instead. But now accidentally puts himself in the corner, and oh, here we go, activation. How's he going to do this? Yeah, doesn't want to spend any of that V-Trigger meter just yet. Wants to save it for when it's going to do the good damage and help him get in. Oh, charge good patience. Oh, what a jump. What a jump.
And he done the jump back as well to get the optimal punish when he lands, because he wants to be close to Urian, or as close to Urian as possible, because the easiest way to avoid that is by doing a micro walk throw if you're that confident, or you do jump forward. You just avoid it entirely.
Oh, I like that jab check, but good anti-air. You always have to be aware of that from the Urians. They love that EX knee. That's their free get-in tool, but it has a lot of startup, and if you're ready for it,
well,
the problem is a lot of...
Poison's one of the characters that can just counter it, like, with just crouch and medium punch. He doesn't have to really think about it. Protect. Maybe trigger, yeah. Watch out for the jump as well. Uh-oh.
Okay, how are you gonna do this here? One combo can definitely lead to death here with the super there on deck. Oh no, a mistake. A mistake right there. I'm not sure what he was trying to go for, like maybe a whiff OS, but he was closer, and so it was a cancel on block or something, but that was definitely not the right range to use that.
Yeah, that was unfortunate there for YaNoob. If he's gonna go back to character select and change character, that's fine, because it's a good try with Urian. He's gone with V-Trigger 2. No, he's gonna stick with the Urian choice here. So he must believe in this pick then.
He either believes in the pick or really doesn't believe in Monot versus Poison. Yeah. Uh-oh. That's going to be a punish. Missed combo right there from FluxWaveZ.
Crush counter. And then with the Avant line as well, go for the Aoki situation, and he gets caught walking backwards. He's going to spend the Molotov. Building up momentum here. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, that's dead. He's got the Molotov. Don't care about scaling here. Yeah, didn't even care about it. Didn't even need the Molotov to get their kill there.
All right, so FluxWaveZ on a nice roll here after going down that first round to YaNoob, winning 3 rounds straight. And yeah, you would think that right there, the EX chariot tackle would be a very useful tool. But again, if you're wrong, you just lose your turn almost instantaneously.
I mean, people throw it out there because like that, they're throwing it out the hard kick like malicious intent. But if you do wait and have a life lead with Urian, then you can throw it out. But again, it's a very good activation point. It's probably his best activation point now for V-Trigger, James.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
Nice. Gets through.
That's one of... Oh,
no, actually beat the armor. He's got the super as well. Spend it. Go for the kill. And that is a rough round right there for YaNoob. It looked like he was going to be able to take it, but just getting right through the armor. FluxWaveZ going up 2-0.
So we saw a little bit of counterplay before FluxWaveZ was able to combo into the CA off of the stand medium punch. You can use the V-Trigger 2 armored properties on the Tyrant Blaze from a certain distance to just armor through the Molotov and get a hit, but how often is that going to happen, to be honest with you?
And look at this, YaNoob gonna stick with it. He wants to learn. This is definitely more of an educational kind of situation than anything at this point.
Good V-shift. That was a well-timed V-shift into the punish there, and the chase down on the V-shift to get attempt there from YaNoob. You gonna V-shift again? No.
Oh, a trade. If that was 1 frame earlier, would have gotten the crush counter. Oh, yeah, there's that beautiful spacing by FluxWaveZ. YaNoob trying to find a way in. Not going to happen. The EX not going to be enough to kill, but you are it. Oh, boy. Okay.
Gets back thrown. He has to firm it. Yeah, he will firm it. Try to shimmy him. And there you go. See, that's a guaranteed counter all the time. He might throw you. I think he tried. Don't jump. Yeah, he can't jump.
Oh, just the light kick and the range on that. Finding its mark. FluxWaveZ with the calm and collected light kick is now at match point over YaNoob.
Oh, he tried to do EX Love Me Tender, but I think he got his inputs messed up, so he got Shocking Heal instead. He got the life lead there.
Okay, goes for the overhead plus. Yeah, you see FluxWaveZ trying to hit buttons, getting caught, but FluxWaveZ is not scared to press buttons right now. YaNoob has definitely got a frame trap a lot more consistently at this point, because look at this, FluxWaveZ hitting button on his wake up, after blocks, etc., etc. Is a very tough situation right now.
Okay, let's get the space chariot tackle there, but again, Flux doesn't feel super threatened. Good V reversal.
Oh, okay. Watch
Back
it.
throw.
Oh no!
He tried to shimmy him as well. And here.
Oh, trade. That's actually great for YaNoob. And he catches with a crouching medium kick. Okay, YaNoob, not quite out of this. Still in it.
Still in it to win it, indeed. And he gets the headbutt over the crouch fist, but Poison recovered first. Is he going to abuse heart rate, though? He thought that was a crush counter.
That is definitely not. Yeah. That was not plus. But YaNoob frozen there, getting caught. Oh, nice check. Okay.
Hey, you can check the whip, but it can be super difficult. Let's see if he builds under pressure. No heart rate yet, though.
Okay, there's that activation point you're talking about. I like the V reversal. Just don't give him that chance. Nice jump back into the throw. And not sure what's happening in this situation here.
It could be the case of, okay, we might have been slightly delayed because I'm going to imagine FluxWaveZ got the combo from Stand Hard Punch into Shocking Heel into Super.
And then it was probably just a quit at that point in time. So one thing I do want to say, though, I do want to address Azura's question in the chat, if he's still there, if he or she is still there. But Oki situation, Oki is a Japanese word short for okizeme, which just basically means it's a way, it refers to grounded attack. And so basically when a character gets knocked down, the person on the offense has an advantage over the person on the ground. And so they're playing okizeme. And so we call that the Oki situation. But apparently one of the players crashed. And I'm curious to see what's going to happen at this situation, if maybe YaNoob is just going to like give it to Flux or something.
Well, I mean, he had the game-winning opportunity.
Yeah,
that's what it looked like in the game anyway. But yes, in layman terms, what James is saying, in all fighting games, knockdowns, when you put your opponent on the floor, that is super important. The best way to look at Oki is good Oki is how close you are to the opponent when they're getting up, and bad Oki is if you knock them down and you're just far away. Well, right. It depends on the character you're playing and the archetype, but good Oki is, yeah, I've knocked you down, and I get to be super close, basically in kissing distance, to continue my momentum and apply pressure. Essentially, that's how.
Yeah, and the reason why that's such an advantage is because after you've knocked the opponent down, you can do whatever you want. You have every move at your disposal, and the person getting up basically has like 3 options. So you are in a much advantaged situation if you can get the knockdown. There you go.
Yeah, indeed. But yeah, that was unfortunate there on YaNoob's end. We'll see what happens between those two. But again, Flux was basically on a set point there, looking to progress into the grand finals. But as soon as we get an update, we will be able to give you guys the update as well. But yes, we are, closing in on the final set here on the 101 Fight Nights for North America. But that is going to be, you make sure you tweet out the stream at twitch.tv/PlayStation. And we just got an update. It is going to be Flux advancing to the grand final. So he gets his run back against ShadowAce's Ed there. Let's look at the bracket and see how this goes. So we're just going to get this fight card, the score line, actually update it for you. So that is what the final result will be. Commiserations to YaNoob. He walks away with $100. And like James said, for educational purposes, he went to experiment with that Urian. And unfortunately, to no avail, he didn't get any result out of that there. Well, he got learning experience. He just didn't.
Yeah, he got knowledge. But the good thing here now, obviously, for ShadowAce, he's on the winner's side, so he hasn't been sent to the loser side of the bracket yet. FluxWaveZ is coming back from the loser side, so he has to win 2 sets of 3 out of 5. The first just to put ShadowAce into the loser's bracket, and the second one to actually eliminate him. But again, this is what FluxWaveZ did last week as well, and was able to defeat Underscore 3-1-3-1. So this is a familiar position that he's in, but ShadowAce defeated FluxWaveZ 2-0 earlier with that Ed. So let's see if FluxWaveZ can make the adjustment or has a change in plans here to see if he can throw a monkey wrench into ShadowAce's game plan.
So Flux plays Poison, Mika, and Manat. Manat didn't work for YaNoob, so he could try Mika, but that's quite risky and a bit more annoying. I think he should stick it out with Poison. I think he just needs a more patient approach, and I think he needs to be. It's probably because he got a little bit more time to work with it. Obviously, the main goal right now is to reset the bracket before you go and close out the tournament. But he just needs to see what ShadowAce is going to do around the Psycho Cannon, because again, it forces scrambles, it helps him highly with his approach. It's great to see that ShadowAce is using that. You just need to assess things as games go on, because he's got time. And he picks Manat. Wow. Okay. I thought he wasn't going to do that because it didn't work for YaNoob. Okay. Fair play.
Right. And look at this. Trying to say maybe watch the YaNoob match and gained a little bit of insight and says, you know what? YaNoob wasn't doing enough. And then see if he can make that adjustment here. But look at this, ShadowAce getting in there. Like I said, ShadowAce defeated YaNoob by just a lot of raw forward movement, a lot of forward dashes. So ShadowAce was scared to press. I'm sorry, YaNoob was scared to press buttons. So I'm wondering if FluxWaveZ can actually be a little bit more aggressive with the button presses, as you can kind of see he already is right now.
Well, I don't know how rusty or informed this Manat is, so let's see how this game one just pans out in general. Gets a 3-piece into the EX Soul Sphere.
Okay, just using that to build some screen space. I like it. Uh-oh, but here we go. You're on borrowed time. You got to deal with this. Ah, yes, the V reversal out of there.
And he had to wait as well. He had to wait quite late. That's going to be a good combo. Yeah, good damage.
Yeah, that's something that we didn't see YaNoob use, that V reversal, and it is such a good tool. He definitely got mixed up a bunch. He blocked and then he got crossed up. You saw him whiff throws against the Psycho Cannon. So instead of V reversaling,
he's taking a defensive approach just to try and lay him out and really frustrate him at like hard screen, full screen. He's not doing things in trepidation. It's just like he's trying to like goad him into doing the wrong thing.
Yep. Oh, what a sequence! Reflect the fireball, recall the orb, but now you're on borrowed time. But he's got another meter. As soon as he blocks something in a good position, he's out of there. 10 seconds left on the clock. Backdash, and yeah, ShadowAce says, you know what? That's it. So just gonna let the clock run out here. So yeah, a very different approach from Flux than what YaNoob was doing.
Yeah. Okay. So he raised the white flag early, and that's a sign of respect. But again, there's plenty more Psycho Cannons in the locker. He got 2 in that round. He might get another 2 in this round.
Yeah. Because remember when we were watching the Gen 1 Eevee match with Oro, you know, he really needed that V trigger to win. I think YaNoob was kind of playing in that same mindset. He really likes that V trigger, figured he needed that V trigger to win. And you can see the way Flux is playing. He's like, you know what? I'm sacrificing this V trigger. I just don't need it. You know, it's not a concern of mine.
All right, there we go. Jumps in, and again to no avail. This is an absolute brick wall defense here. Exemplary defensive play being showcased by FluxWaveZ at the moment. Soul Spark.
Oh, the orb was still coming back. Caught him.
Chipping away right now. Neutral jumps as well. Watch out you don't get hit by a neutral jump hard kick or anything. He's waiting for his V trigger ShadowAce though. Wow. He was gonna make it safe or cancel it anyway because the orb was
right. But still, I mean, it's a slow move, right? But to go for the sweep in that situation, like, why not crouching medium kick into cancel, you know? But a very slow move in that sweep, but it finds its mark, and FluxWaveZ showing that, yeah, this Manat pick is working out really, really well for him.
Yeah, that was really good there from FluxWaveZ. Great first game.
Yeah. You can see right now, ShadowAce, like I said, what he was able to achieve against YaNoob was a lot of forward dashing, and FluxWaveZ is not giving that. And a bad confirm now by ShadowAce. Oops, execution
Not going
error.
to be reversal out of there. He wants his Psycho Cannon. It's his kind of signature move at this point. He's going to just block it out. Here it comes.
Yeah, but the problem is Flux is sitting on that V reversal. How are you going to punish that? Yeah, you know what? ShadowAce will take that any day. Kick me out of the air, whatever. It's fine. Well, because I don't have to deal with that mix up.
He lost 25% of the process, and the anti with stand hard kick. He's actually super befuddled at the moment. He doesn't know how to get around FluxWaveZ style of Manat here. Completely different from YaNoob.
Yeah,
we'll wait. Well, wait, just make sure I don't fall asleep.
Yeah, there's no reason for Flux to do anything. You will hold down back for 39 seconds until ShadowAce starts to move forward. And so there was no reason for Flux to do anything at that point.
All right, Neutral jumps in, gets the frame check with his Soul Spark. He's going to set up another situation as well. Yeah, he's really finding it difficult to navigate the crystal ball, James.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, Flux is doing a better job keeping that space right in front, harder to approach. And see, this is how ShadowAce got in on YaNoob. Just managed to get a couple of those dashes in there. And that's not necessarily great either because you're minus, so you are going to lose your turn. It does put you right next to him, but it just hasn't been paying off.
Oh, no, he lost his V-trigger.
Oh, that's huge. And so, yeah, now he doesn't have to V-reversal that. He just uses his meter for a V-shift. Ooh, nice.
Reversal out. He can get a bit, if he felt more confident, I think he can get a better punish than that, but I think he's just not ready, that's all.
Oh, no, frame trapped him. He tried to walk forward or something in between those buttons again. Close to chip death, but he's got that meter. One flicker punch into the follow-up. Won't kill, but it'll be a good situation for Flux. Watch out for the reflect.
And you know what's crazy about that situation is because you can retract the orb from the reflect. So he was kind of in a lose-lose situation. He was completely sandwiched in there. So that was actually brilliant play there from Flux to take game 2 in this grand final.
Yeah, again, if he wins this next one, he only resets the bracket. Then they'll both be in the loser side of the bracket. And then Flux has to win another set of 3 out of 5. But the way that he's playing right now, it seems like, is he on track for a back-to-back here at the PlayStation tournament Fight Nights?
Well, look, he definitely wasn't happy with the way he lost to ShadowAce before here today. So.
Oh, no.
Nice
jump. Nice jump away. Get out of there. Remember, that thing cannot hit airborne opponents. That's why some players can actually, when they react to it, they backdash, and it just goes right through them, and then they basically can get the punish off of the backdash.
Yeah. Oh, delayed. And a throw tech there from Flux. Yeah, that was a bit weird, but.
And now you've got this V reversal. Oh, actually, even better, because now I've got a trigger. Don't even need it anyway. And so you can see the big difference here. YaNoob fell victim to Psycho Cannon very badly. FluxWaveZ has neutralized Psycho Cannon so efficiently.
There's the thing as well, like, Flux hasn't really, I don't think he's used V-Trigger 1 at all. Not in the same sense of being reliant on it. He's just used the V-meter defensively. He's actually established great neutral control. That's made ShadowAce have to reconsider. Yeah, that's fine. That's a good punish. That's excellent.
Ooh, just outside the range, so he does get the plus frames, gets the jump in, but now he got back thrown. That is painful.
Well, he's back in, James. He triple dashed if he had to. Good block.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah, simple combo there. Just make sure you get him and push him back to a full screen. You've got all that meter here, and you're doing damage out of there, and no punish. I mean, if you're Flux, he did try to jump over. He was hoping, I think, that he was going to get hit.
All right, hold on. All right, you've got to be careful not to jump, but he throws his Psycho Spark. It gets reflected. And that is going to be 3-0 to FluxWaveZ, and he's going to reset the bracket here and go into another first to 3, the final first to 3 of tonight's tournament, James.
And I mean, ShadowAce looks lost right now. If he cannot figure out something at this moment, right now, it might just be another 3-0, to be honest with you, because that's what it's looking like it's going to be.
I'm thinking, I'm not sure. Is Flux allowed to change characters? He is, because he reset the bracket, right? He's allowed to change
Yes, yeah, Flux can change if he wants. Yeah.
If I was him, I'd swap character.
Really?
No, I know it's a weird decision, but to kind of, because again, he's lost 3-0 to Manat. He's like, oh, okay. Because he's won 3 games in the bout of Manat, he's probably going to just continue playing Manat, and I'll probably find a counter play or a rhythm to try and counter it. But if you want to throw him off and try something different now, I think it's a good idea. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Or he's thinking to himself, I want that $200, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, there was one change here that someone did. ShadowAce changed his V-trigger. He's no longer using the cannon. He's using the enhanced snatcher now. You gotta wait a little bit longer for it, but let's see if it makes a difference.
Yeah, I mean, the V-trigger one, like I said, the big difference between Flux and YaNoob is that Flux completely new. Flux has not activated V-trigger one. Like in those 3 games, I don't think we saw him activate it once.
Nah.
And that's just an indication of the game plan that Flux is planning to play here.
But I think he might activate it this time round in this final set here. Let's see.
Right. Because he doesn't need it for the V reversal anymore. But I mean, it definitely just shut down that V trigger completely.
All right, there you go. Just calls back the crystal ball with Solank.
All right, there's the activation. Oh, what a jump. Out of there.
Okay, still running away though. Yeah, still using this elusive keep away playstyle. It's still, yeah, there you go. He'll activate now. That's dead.
Oh, no, an execution error. Oh, he accidentally threw the orb. Might have been holding down and hit forward and medium punch. Here we go. What a tech. Oh, the orb didn't hit.
Oh no, he's dead. Yep, he is dead. EX Cycle Upper into the Ultra Snatcher conversion. Despite getting scrambly, EX Cycle Upper is still your best friend in a situation like that.
Yeah, especially when you have that V-Trigger 2 backing it up for the combo extension. Oh, he tried to do something at the last second. Just got caught. Could be damage and the corner carry.
Yo, that hit so late, that crouch move.
So what was that? That looked like a combo video setup, you know? Okay. Look at this. Things are turning around.
Boy.
And ShadowAce with game number 1. And, you know, obviously the V-Trigger 2 came into a factor to get that kill in the last round. But this round, that V-Trigger 2 wasn't even a factor. He just managed to get in and take FluxWaveZ out with good, honest pressure.
Yeah, so now the V reversal strategy isn't quite working out because, you know, ShadowAce will still have his V trigger, and then obviously he's changed up his offensive tactics a little bit, which is good. But I hear we've gone back to the character select screen, so that means are we getting the poison or the Mika here? Which again, this is where, you know, the kind of mind game between the players is happening right now. Which listen, I'm thinking. He wanted to see how it would go with Manat one more time to see if he get 4 games on the bounce, but he didn't. But I still think my idea, or the velocity I was thinking, or the theory I was thinking, it could come into play here. It could actually help. So,
yeah. Well, definitely going to be a character change, I feel like, at this point. So is it going to be the poison, or is he going to try to rock this Mika here, suddenly throw in a different look? Throw him off his game a little bit, because yeah, that switch to V-Trigger 2, like I said, it didn't really come into play in the second round, but it made ShadowAce play more confidently. Like he didn't feel like, shoot, my V-Trigger's not doing me anything, and so, you know, this is a much better situation for him. But it'll be poison again.
Okay, and he's gone with V skill 1 and V trigger 1, so it looks like he's going to test ShadowAce's knowledge on the perfume swing, the mighty swing, shall we say, the Taskmaster.
Mighty swing. The scary thing about this right now, though, is that ShadowAce beat FluxWaveZ with V-Trigger 1 the first time they fought each other. If he loses this, does he switch to V-Trigger 1? But if he does that mean that Manat's going to be able to take him out?
Yes, there's a lot of things to think about here, to consider when being in the grand final and think about someone who's going up against multiple characters.
Well, he's looking good here. Like I said, ShadowAce did defeat FluxWaveZ before in this matchup.
All right, yeah, that's not a good idea. It's a trade that benefited only ShadowAce. That should be the round. Not quite.
Oh, okay. But that's going to take it right there. And now the momentum has gone all the way to ShadowAce's side here. He is up 1 game and 1 round, looking to try to take this and prevent Flux from getting the back-to-back.
Yeah, this is it as well. He'll get the life lead, but because ShadowAce's pressure and how he tries to close the gap so swiftly can be overwhelming for any player, not just Flux. It can be hard to, yeah, see, it can be hard to focus on what he needs to do. Anti-air, you know, cover the dash check. Like, what is it? Gets a tick throw, though. No V reversal here.
Pressure going, nice. There we go. Checks the dash, gets the stun, and okay, and there it is. FluxWaveZ tying it up 1 round apiece.
See, and this is the round you need as a Poison player going up against Ed. Those are the kind of rounds you want. Get the life lead and just firm it, because Ed has to dash, he has to jump, he has to take those risks, and Poison can shut those down quite easily.
And he really kind of did it with more of an offensive Poison too. But yeah, you could definitely see that ShadowAce does not have a lot of familiarity with that swing.
Well, he crouch jabbed it before, which is good, and I did say crouching attacks beat it. No,
oh no, that doesn't work.
Yeah,
you have to do it later. You have to make sure he switched sides before you go for that. Could have been an accidental.
Probably, yeah. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Watch out for the jump though from ShadowAce. He might be looking for it very soon.
No one's trying to break out with the. I mean, ShadowAce has not EX-DP'd after an EX heart rate just yet.
Oh, he's gonna get full combo though here, James. Straight to the corner.
Yeah. Nice. Prevents him from jumping away, but the V reversal out of there, which means no V trigger for FluxWaveZ.
Yeah, but he's about to build super, so the V trigger doesn't matter at this point.
What a swing right through that Psycho Fireball.
Right, if he sees the enhanced snatcher, he can do super on reaction. Well, I'm not sure if he's looking for that specifically though.
He's just trying to trade with the fireball at this point in time. Oh, no anti-air ready to go. And he's just going to go for the chip. Smart play from Flux. And there it is. He's tied it up 1-1.
All right, well played there from Flux. Character swap, slightly different game plan. Obviously helped with a different V system loadout. It's working so far, and again, 1 game closer to retaining his title here for the Fight Nights for the North America region. And I think, again, James, I think your theory's panning out. I heard the character select screen again, so...
Yeah, I believe ShadowAce is going to switch to V Trigger 1, because like I said, it was that loadout that was able to defeat Flux 2-0 on the winner's side earlier. And so at this point, he's going to make that change. And let's say ShadowAce wins. Does that mean FluxWaveZ goes back to the Monat? And then they just kind of go back and forth at that point. You know, if that's the case, FluxWaveZ is in the advantage. He's willing to play that counter pick game until he wins.
Well, I mean, look, if we're going to counter pick until the very last game, so be it. I think there's a maximum of what, 2-3 games left. So you're going to be limited in your counter picking choices anyway. Yeah. So you're going to have to come to a firm decision. You're going to have to make what we call the chief executive officer decision eventually. So let's see what it is this time.
V Trigger 1. Yep, there we go. V Trigger 1 back in the building here.
Right. So if Flux wins this game, then ShadowAce will be stumped, because it's like, okay, I kind of tried this tactic. It didn't quite work out. Gone back to plan A. That's probably not unsuccessful. Yep, good throw bait. Yep, just do this. Just do that until he jumps. Look at that. So ready at the moment. Abusing it. Yeah, that was a V reversal. That was a V reversal. Yeah, do it again.
Yeah, but there you see it right there, the crouching right under it. And I don't think he knows about that, because he has definitely just been blocking it the whole time.
Look, money's on the line here, and if you got to fight dirty to get the money, so be it. Oh, that's going to be... He's going to get some Oki here, and then is he going to activate? Yes, you will. Wait for the V-trigger.
Yep. And now he's just going to burn the rest of your health for the guest, for the win. And yeah, ShadowAce going for the EX Psycho upper. And like you said, if he makes this change and he doesn't get the win, then he's in even a scarier position.
Okay, just waiting there. Psycho Snatcher. No back throw, though. He hasn't been throwing him much, ShadowAce.
Yeah, really hasn't needed to. Oh, nice cross under, but what a block by FluxWaveZ. Here we go, borrowed time. Oh, yeah, you can't get out of there.
That's fine because he can block it. Yep. You can dance around all day, mate. But again, FluxWave's got the slight life at the moment because of the gray damage only.
And here we go. He is just getting in with that swing for free so often right now. Right. Oh, and he's going to do it again, probably. Oh, he's going to keep trading.
So,
he got the combo!
Yeah, he thought the combo confirmed. Didn't get it to no avail, so the Psycho Splash got punished, and Flux is going to take the lead in this second and final set here in the grand finals. Looking rough for your boy.
Winning 3-0 the first time, 2-1 now with this lead. He just needs one more game to win this back-to-back Fight Night events for Street Fighter V. He won the last one in this exact same path, winning first round, going to loser's bracket in second round, and coming all the way back with the reset. Can he do this back-to-back?
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, blocks the snatcher as well. I haven't seen Flux try to jump that, but at this point, he doesn't really need to. He's got the confidence on his side.
No dash after that crush counter, so he didn't get the combo. Here we go. ShadowAce finding the V skill. Try to catch maybe a wake-up button there.
Well, here's the thing. He's firing on all cylinders right now, James, because he wants to get it back to 2 apiece, so he's got one chance at winning this tournament.
Oh, there's that trade again, swings through. He has been neutralizing it now, this time with the swing, and ShadowAce just hasn't been. He's got to know he's going to swing whenever he activates that Psycho Cannon. He has to know that that's coming, so he's got to have something ready to stop it, but he just hasn't had anything ready to go.
Oh, that could have been the game. Oh, dude,
and he spent a V reversal. That's huge. He has no more Psycho Cannon, so that's why he's running away right now. He wants to keep this lead.
Dead.
Super.
Boy, this is going from bad to worse, out of the frying pan and into the fire for ShadowAce here. Not quite working out. He's still got CA though, but again, his V-Trigger 1 tactics, they're wearing thin. He's visited that well a bit too often, and like you said, James, he's not ready for the basic tactics. Oh.
Yeah, FluxWaveZ knows that. I mean, he did get EXDP'd out of the air, and Flux is willing to take that, right? But at least that puts him kind of back into the mix-up, and I think that's more important at this point.
Oh, there we go. There you go. Hard read on the jump with a heavy heart rate. I love it.
That's always a feels bad when you get caught by that. And there's the classic poison trade. And now uses the EX Love Me Tender this time instead of the swing to throw off ShadowAce's expectations. I think that's the nail in the coffin at this point.
Hang on a minute. James is not done yet. If he gets one lucky jumping or something, but FluxWave, he's not going to make it easy. He wants to get this over and done with and collect the cash. He's coming to collect and click and collect like an Amazon delivery.
Hey, you did say if he gets the one jump in, plus frames, yeah, V reversal to get out of there.
Hold on a minute. V reversal again.
Too far.
If he builds the ball,
trade.
Watch out for the jump. He's gonna wait for the jump. Just wait for the jump. There's the jump.
Him. Okay, into the super. Okay, this is not gonna kill.
No, he's still alive. Poison's still alive. But I don't know if it's gonna be a throw. Where's the V reversal?
Oh, no, he double threw. He threw once, but I think he was hitting it too many times. He double, triple tapped it, came out with one excess throw, which slowed down his offense. You saw him whip it, and the second one whipped, and I think he was probably like, wait, what? Because I'm pretty sure he was trying to dash, so he dashed after the second one and just got clipped by the standing heavy punch. And there it is, FluxWaveZ back-to-back. Fight Night wins here for Street Fighter V in NA region.
Yeah, man, doing the work. And again, he went down 2-0 because ShadowAce beat him pretty convincingly early on in the bracket today. And then he got the run back, used the Banat to kind of reset the bracket in the grand final and then close things out with our showstopper Poison there. This is how the bracket has transpired today. Flux couldn't stay in the winner's side the whole way through. But hey, he got the big dub at the end of the day and is able to collect that $200 for first place. ShadowAce, close but no cigar, gets $150 for second place. You got YaNoob, third place with $100, and toastyfishpants with the $50 there. So great games all around. Shouts to everyone that participated in today's bracket. It was fantastic to see, and it was great character diversity again. So
yeah, and again, you can join this too, right? So again, this is the PlayStation Tournament Series. Everybody can enter these. So you need to check this out at compete.playstation.com and sign up for these tournaments and go up against all these players as well. I mean, again, it's a great way to get yourself into the community. It's free to enter. You've got this prizes to win here and just to gain the experience. And, you know, one of the cool things is you get to talk to these players in the Discord chats and stuff. And, you know, maybe even ask for advice to players that you've lost against and such. But, you know, it's a fun way to get involved with the community here and play some fighting games, not just Street Fighter V, because we're also doing Tekken and other games. So check out the whole list at compete.playstation.com.
And what you can also check out as well is we are promoting the Evo voting for the Game Awards at the Game Awards. It's going to be happening in a couple of days from now at thegameawards.com. It's recently announced that Evo was nominated for Best Esports Event at 2022. I was there, just letting you know, me and James are there. We're there, so we want you to vote for us. And we are proud to support Evo through PlayStation tournament programs like the Summer Community Series, which gives players from all around the world an opportunity to compete and a chance to attend the event. So please head on over to thegameawards.com and you can get voting now. Forget all those other events, right? Forget all those other games people play. Just vote for fighting games and get to it. But James, I believe there's one more thing we got to talk about. Isn't that right?
Yeah, exactly. Look, you don't even have to enter necessarily to be a winner. We're talking about the win-a-thon here, the PlayStation Tournament's win-a-thon. You can rack up wins throughout all of December and January, and you can win stuff like the DualSense Edge controller. You know, affiliates like us not allowed to sign up for this, but you know, you can win. You can win for this controller on PS5 for PS5 or on PS4. And so you can sign up on console and start competing for prizes today. Again, all the rules can be read on compete.playstation.com. So head over there, look how you can compete and fight and compete in the tournaments, and also how to win some nifty prizes for the win-a-thon.
Indeed, it is there. Make sure you follow all the necessary information and head on over to compete.playstation.com. But yes, fantastic games overall from the North American community. You guys kept me up, but Flux, you let me see my character for a couple of hours there, which is always great to see some Poison play and learn something new. Got to learn about some new names as well in the community, so I might make note of those guys and their character roster as well. But guys, keep learning, keep thriving, man, because again, fighting games is a good time to be playing them. And then with more fighting games on the horizon, new ones coming out, you want to get into the fray and get competing, and maybe you can see your name in the headlights on the big stage there. But James, it was a pleasure working with you again. Of course. I hope you remember me when you become too Hollywood.
Hey, wait a second. You're the one with the Hollywood Jammers nickname, okay? Look, you're Hollywood Jammers here, okay? So
that's what he's talking about. No idea what he's talking about. Ignore him. I don't know what he's talking about. He's the one in Street Fighter 6. You don't see me. I'm not a name or a picture or a line in sight. It's all about this guy. But
they just wanted me to ask, is it gonna kill? That's all they did. So that's all they wanted. So
listen, I promise you, did not a certain someone get paid a lot of money for saying get to the chopper?
Fair.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm super stoked and honored to be a part of that, and like beyond my wildest dream, honestly. But again, look, I love commentating with you, Jammers. It's always a pleasure. It's so much fun just to hang out with you and just get to talk about fighting games. So I'm really glad we got to do this today.
Yeah, man, it was all great. Shouts to all the viewers at home for watching it. James, of course, thank you once again for joining me tonight. And of course, shout outs to the production team for making sure we stay on task and be prompt with everything. And shouts to all the players that participate. But now, ladies and gentlemen, what we got to do is we got to love you and leave you And again, stay safe, keep playing Street Fighter, and we will see you next time. Take care.
PlayStation